welcome in everyone. Thank you for joining us. Today we'll be having a special guest. I hope you'll enjoy this topic. If you could take this time to share out this live, that'd be great. We'll be with you shortly.
I woke up and realized the world's on fire. That's when I laughed and poured a glass of wine, just staring at the TV, trying to find some meaning, hoping that I'll wake up from this dream sometime tomorrow. Well, the night came and went, not a damn thing had changed. That's when a tear fell from my eye. I thought, what are we gonna do? What's this world coming to? How can we change it? And how do we recover? The world's on fire and only we can save us. It's a heavy load. The road is long and we only begun to fight. We can't give in, we can't give up. We must go boldly into the darkness and be the light.
Hi everyone. How are you guys? Wow, 10 of you here. Thank you so much. Don't forget that thumbs up. Today I have a special guest with me. I have Eddie from Eddie and Jen the Vlogs and then some. So
I'm
if
a
you don't
special
know
guest.
Eddie, um, I have his @ symbol in the description, and of course you can click on that and go see their channel.
I'm a special guest.
Yes, my special guest today.
Wow,
Hi,
I feel.
Robert and Tired and Nina and who else do we have?
And Jen,
Jen
sitting right over there,
and Rosanna.
stuffing her face. Hello,
Mhm.
everybody in the chat. There was
And
somebody in
Kevin.
there, David. He said something about
Kevin.
jackalope, and I was thinking to myself, you can jack a person, but you can't jack a lope. It was stupid. Never mind. Uh, Troll Slayer, how you doing, sir? Nina, Tired Collective
Kevin.
Habits. Nina, I mean, David, everybody, thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate you. We do hope that you did share the stream out. We appreciate that as well.
Mhm. And today we're going to go over the 15 most popular cryptids. Now, does anybody in the chat not know what a cryptid is? Because then, of course, we'd go over that first.
You can jack a car.
Um, mm,
I'm sorry, I was reading what somebody wrote in the chat. It said you could jack a car too.
that's right.
Okay, enough of my shenanigans. You ate too much.
I did too. I made some nice rice and I ate it all. And I'm like,
That's
well, I didn't eat all day. So I said that, it's
we did
okay,
too.
but I couldn't eat it all.
We did too. We just got finished eating what is it? Chicken fried rice.
Oh, there you go.
Manny, turn it down.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, my son Manny, he likes to be, I don't know why. He's the rarest autistic kid that you could have. Some autistic kids, they don't like noise. Manny is the opposite. He's got to have stuff loud.
Hmm. Well, no one in the chat didn't say that they didn't know what a cryptid is. So we're going to assume all of you know what a cryptid is.
Right.
Hmm. And so we will start with the first thing. So basically, it's kind of like a game, guys. So I'm going to read the first one. Eddie will read the second one. I sent him what we're reading. So anyway, I'm going to read you the origins and the first sighting of that cryptid. And you're going to tell me, okay, is it believable or not believable? Like, because the first sighting is what really gave these cryptids their name, right? And then people saw something like it or went off of that as that's what it is because this first person saw it. So we want to see if the very origins, the first time you've seen one of these creatures, if that's believable or not.
Right.
Hmm. So, of course, the first one we're going to start with is Bigfoot. So I'll read that one. And so the origins of the Bigfoot or the Sasquatch. The Bigfoot legends stretch back thousands of years, and appear in the traditions of nearly every indigenous tribe in the Pacific Northwest. Names like Sasquatch, Skoomskums, and Bakwas describe tall, powerful forest beings covered in hair, believed to be spirit guardians. Ancient tribes who removed themselves from civilizations or shapeshifted to avoid human, they believe, these ancient tribes believe that these are shapeshifters so that they could avoid human contact. By the 1800s, settlers reported enormous footprints near campsites and logging areas, prints too large to belong to any known animal. Early newspaper articles describe wild men sighted in the forests of California and British Columbia. These accounts mirrored tribal stories. A tall, broad-shouldered being, intelligent and fast, able to vanish in the woods without a trace. Bigfoot's origins blend indigenous oral history, frontier sightings, and persistent modern encounters, making it one of the most deeply rooted cryptids in North America culture. So they have a key sighting. So the most famous encounter was in 1967 when Roger Patterson and Bob Gimblin filmed a massive upright creature striding across the clearing in Bluff Creek, California. It remains one of the most analyzed pieces of cryptid evidence ever captured. Experts in anatomy, biochemics, costume design, and film have studied the footage for decades with no conclusions reached. Other notable sightings is the Ape Canyon incident in 1924. Miners in Washington state reported being attacked by large hairy creatures throwing boulders at their cabin. And then in 2001, the Marble Mountain sighting, a youth group filmed a tall, dark, hairy figure standing on a ridge in California. And then they have some reports that have been ongoing in Washington, Oregon, and BC. Thousands of eyewitnesses describe similar details: incredible height, long arms, quiet but heavy footsteps. an intelligent, curious presence. Many describe deep bellows echoing through the forest, sounds believed to be their territorial call. So now, because this one doesn't have like one specific first encounter, it's kind of brought from the indigenous, and they've
Mhm.
been around so long. Um, what do you think?
Well,
Is it believable or not believable? Hey, Regina.
well, the first thing, if you because I've been studying this now for I want to say going about 6, 7 months, and one of the things I learned is that Bigfoot has actually been known even further back than that. You can go as far back as the well, I want to say 14, 1500s, and that's just here. As a matter of fact, Christopher Columbus discovered America, and the indigenous Indians had told him about the skunk ape,
No.
and so yeah, it actually goes back. And but them, the pilgrims, they didn't see nothing like that. It wasn't even documented until like the 1800s. So, my thing is this: when it comes to Bigfoot, I believe, because it's hard not to believe. Too many people have seen them, you know.
Well, that's true. And that they're 1,000 years old and they're ancient. And this
Yes,
is what I always say. If something like that was here before we were, let's say, they were the
yes,
first intelligent people, let's say, or beings on the planet, like super intelligent, right? Um, and they're extinct now, and we're seeing spirits because we see spirits.
right.
Things pass away and die, and we know their energy stays here. So are
Mhm.
we we could even be possibly seeing remnants of them through their energy and residual haunting and not even realize it,
Right.
so I definitely believe it's very the Bigfoot one is very believable.
Yeah, it's very
Hi, Josh.
believable. And just because, and I tell people this too, just because you haven't seen it doesn't mean it doesn't exist, because there's way too many people that seen these things, and a lot of these people describe the exact same features,
Yeah.
so it has to be real. Now I think the only reason why people don't believe, maybe it's because they haven't even found one dead or deceased, you know um
Right. Well, and that goes back to my saying, like, maybe this is there it's all a haunting, technically,
Mhm.
that they're extinct and we're seeing um the spirits of them because there was so many and they roamed the earth before we did, and
Mhm.
that's very possible. That's why I say I believe it, because, well, I crossed some over, so I could definitely
Right.
believe it. It
Right.
was funny because we have the 15 most popular here, guys, but
Mhm.
um I was looking, and every single place on the continent, basically, out of
Right.
all 50 states, everyone has a lore of a creature except New York. New
Right.
York's only because New York is a bigger city, right? And there's a lot of people, but um they said, oh, the only one we have in New York is a spiritual one, which is the Lady in White. And I started laughing because,
Mhm.
yes, there was a lady in white, guys, here in Astoria. I told her story. I caught her on film, and then I crossed her over. So she's not here anymore. And so yeah, we don't have any
Right. And now
on the book,
you have the lady
on
in
the
black,
book.
and she still
But
can't get a cab.
yeah, on the books. However, I did decide, because I was so curious about what I saw. I did decide, and I'm waiting for them to get back to me. I contacted the Wildlife um, Foundation for
Mhm.
the government, who tracks like different creatures and things, because they say, people bring things that are exotic animals and stuff like that.
Right.
Um, and there's different creatures and whatever that people don't even know about. So I
True.
emailed them and I said, "This is what I saw 2 times. This was the time frame. This was the year. This is where I saw it, and blah blah blah."
Hmm.
And I'm just want to know, is there a creature like this on the books or an animal? And is there a was there any other sightings in Long Island of this? Because I haven't been able to find anything for 12 years now. Um, so I'm just curious to see what they come up with.
Yeah, me too. If they come up with anything, good luck. Let us know. You know,
Yeah, because you're always curious. I can't be the only one who's seen this creature. I mean, and to me, it was as clear as day. But.
right.
So let's see what the chat has to say. Sasquatch and alike beings are barely plausible, but I like the premise. It gives me solace for places where the wild things are. Full disclosure, I knew Art Bell and I miss his shenanigans. Aw.
Somebody said, I don't do Blue Sky, Insta, or Facebook, just YouTube. So that means they don't do all the other social media, just YouTube.
Right.
Hey, I really don't either. I have YouTube, I have all of them, but
Yeah.
I try to interact when I can. But
No. Well, I don't do X anymore. Um, I do use Facebook Messenger, but I really don't post on my Facebook. I'll look at something on Facebook if somebody sends me something, sure. Um, yeah. Oh, go with the flow farm. I love her. She's so lovely. Um, yeah, she has a lot of things in her backyard. Mostly things I've seen before, but yeah.
but
But yeah, so I thought it was funny that actually there's at least 50. But like I said, we're gonna go over the most popular.
right, I was
So
looking at Tired. Tired said I was in Suffragates, Dean Withers, Christina's, Eddie's, Yankee Kyle, Fox, AG. I have been a lot of places. Seen many things. Never mind.
that's
Don't
right.
get me started. Don't even get me started on singing. Um,
So now number two, and it's funny because I actually this Sunday, our number two um cryptid, I did a story about this week. So
mhm.
um
Yeah, I
because
did this one too.
I'm doing the creatures of the Appalachian and stories
Okay.
of things people have seen. So every Sunday there'll be another story. There'll be 10 stories altogether. So it's going to be like a little mini series
Hmm.
of unknown creatures in the Appalachian and what people have seen. So
Right.
this one was I did one story last week, and this week my second story actually is the same as our second one. So I'm going to let you read it.
Okay. Yeah, it's called The Mother-in-Law. Some of them are for sure. No, I'm joking. Okay, I'm sorry, babe. Yeah, my mother-in-law. She's the Mothman.
Yeah.
No, the Mothman. The Mothman emerged suddenly in 1966. I actually remember this story. In Point Pleasant, West Virginia, when two couples encountered a tall, gray-winged humanoid near an abandoned TNT factory. Its glowing red eyes were unlike anything known locally, unless you were drunk and stupid. Other than that, soon more witnesses came forward, and the town descended into a paranormal frenzy. Some believe that the Mothman belongs to a much older tradition of winged omens, appeared before disasters. Others speculate it is a supernatural entity, an interdimensional being, which is actually what I thought too, or a creature awakened by industrial disturbances in the TNT area.
Mm.
Hashtag Godzilla.
Yeah.
Now, the key sightings. The initial 1966-67 sightings were intense. I mean, literally, they were intense. They were inside of a tent when they were sighting these things. A man saw a huge winged figure standing in his yard watching him. A group at the cemetery saw creature like wings unfurl from a nearby tree. That's the story I actually heard about. Uh,
Yeah.
Drivers encountered a flying humanoid that chased their cat at speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour. Strange lights
It,
appeared over Point Pleasant during the same period. The not wings, the wave of sightings cumulate. This is also going to bring a question. Okay, the wave of sightings accumulated in the tragic Silver Bridge collapse. And I remember that story too, killing 46 people. Many believe Mothman had appeared as a warning after the disaster. Sightings ceased to abrupt. In other words, they just stopped abruptly. Uh,
mhm.
the cultural impact. Mothman is now a legend. Point Pleasant hosts an annual Mothman festival, drawing thousands. Books, films, including the Mothman prophecies, comics, and documentaries cements its place in pop culture. The creature represents fear, mystery, prophecy, and the unknown, especially when you're married and you first meet your mother-in-law.
Right.
Now,
Um,
skeptical explanations. Some propose
we don't need
Mothman.
that because we have enough skeptical people as it is.
Yeah, but
But
let me read this. Let me read this. Let me
okay,
just
you
read
like
this. Some propose Mothman was a large bird like a sandhill, crane, or owl. Others blame hysteria, but many witnesses insist the creature was human shaped and too large to be a bird. Now, this is my question.
it. Oh.
Okay,
Mhm.
if and I'm this is one I want to say is plausible, but the problem I have with it is ever since then there's been no sighting.
Well, I'm going to tell you my theory, and it's only my theory. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because I haven't talked to him. I could try, but I have not talked to the Mothman. So basically, my thought on the whole thing was this. I feel like it was a divine being
Mm-hmm.
who that's the form that it took, more like an elemental or of the sort, who took that form to warn people of disasters. And after it first happened, they blamed that being for the earthquake in Mexico. Because after the bridge, right after that, there was a big 8 point something um earthquake where this being was seen before the earthquake in Mexico City, and they blamed it on him too. So after you go to help people and they blame you as a divine being, do you think you're gonna keep helping people? No, you're gonna say fuck them and go on your merry way. Because yeah, because and this is divine beings will help you if you have faith and you believe in them. If you don't, they're not coming back to help you,
Right.
and they're going to leave you to your own design basically. And that's what I feel it is. Am I
Right.
correct, Ida?
Oh yeah. And now the other thing
Hi,
about the
Kathy.
Mothman, uh, as it was said, it had no visible head. The eyes appeared in the chest area. That's crazy. Massive wings, and extremely fast. So some people gave an intense feeling of dread or paralysis when they seen it. I mean, and
Right.
this is I'm just going by what I had read about the Mothman. So I was doing some studying on that too, because then it paralleled with the Silver Bridge collapse.
Right.
And like I said, after dozens of Mothman sightings around Point Pleasant, which happened December 15th, 1967, if I'm not mistaken, 46 people were killed.
Yeah.
Once that happened, the sightings abruptly stopped, and no one's
Well,
seen it
except
since.
for that one, he gave one more shot for the one in Mexico City because Mexico City's earthquake was after that. It was the same year, but it was after the bridge. And
Right.
after that, no one's seen it again. So he gave him two chances
Right.
to warn those people, and they were blaming him. So, you know,
Right.
I
Because
that's just how I feel, like I said. But
yeah, because when they mention a modern day omen, uh, that's basically what an omen is, a watcher.
yeah,
You know. Huh? Oh, and you know what? That reminds me.
mm,
Um, and this is the other thing. Me and Jim was talking about this. I think they
yeah,
may have gotten the Mothman mistaken with what real angels look like. Do you know what they look like? Real angels? They
right.
have
Well, that
eyes
too,
all
you know.
over. Right. Because a real angel has eyes all over because angels are always watching your guardian angel.
Yeah,
So it could be possibly that they seen their guardian angel. Only it said it had eyes in the chest, but the guardian angel has eyes all over.
yeah,
I mean, I'm just throwing stuff out there.
right. And like I said, I felt every time I read about him and stuff that he was a guardian,
Mm-hmm.
like an elemental. And elementals don't normally deal with people, but if they want to help them,
Mm-hmm.
they'll do it. So this might have been a young elemental who decided I'm going to help, and then once they started blaming him, he was probably like, or her, because it could have been either one. It could have been a him or a her. We don't know. Um, that being said, freak them. Now I know why nobody helps these people. Because they're idiots. You know,
Right.
that's how I feel like it happened. Welcome back.
Yeah. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Mhm.
I
So
was
yeah,
reading what
what do you
Robert
guys
said too.
think in the chat?
I was reading what Robert said. Where did it go? Oh, he said that's a sect of the angels, the Watchers. Yeah, you know,
Yes. Well, I
Tina
had
Fisher.
a vision about the Watchers, but they were universal Watchers who are basically in space watching universe stuff. Um, so, you know, I don't know what because sometimes they show you things in a certain way. You might not know exactly what it means. They're showing you like a play so you can kind of understand it. So there might be something else to it that I'm missing, but basically that's what they showed me. And I go, oh yeah, well that makes sense. The universe needs watchers. Like what the hell, Um,
Right.
but yeah, so you know, all right.
You know
The
that I
Mothman,
know that I know. You know.
you know. You like the Mothman? Tired. Honestly, the Mothman is amazing. Right.
Yeah.
All righty. Who's number three? The Wendigo.
Yep.
So the Wendigo is one of the oldest and most psychologically haunting cryptids in North American folklore, rooted in the belief of, I can't say this word, of the
Oh, wait a minute.
alkal, some kind of tribe,
Come on, you
some
can
kind
do it.
of secret tribe,
I'm playing with
including
you.
the,
I should have read it for you. I just wanted to
that's all
watch you
right,
struggle. I wanted to watch you
the
struggle.
Algoniki speaking tribes, including Ichukwa, Cree, and some other ones. The Wendigo is not merely a creature, but a terrifying embodiment of famine, isolation, and spiritual corruption. Tribal stories describe the Wendigo
Wendigo.
as a once human figure transformed by greed, cannibalism, or possession. In these tales, winter was deadly, hunger was present, and the Wendigo symbolized what happened when somebody allowed desperation or selfishness to eclipse their humanity. Descriptions vary across tribes, but the core themes remain consistent. So they have an emaciated, towering body, skeletal rib cage pressing through skin, glowing sunken eyes, elongated limbs and claws, a heart of ice, breath that chills the forest, and insatiable hunger, especially for
especially
human
for human
flesh.
flesh.
So some legends claim that the Wendigo grows larger in every victim it consumes, meaning it becomes impossibly tall. Others portray it as a spiritual parasite that inhabits a human, warping them into this monstrous form. The Wendigo is both a cryptid and a cautionary tale of a nightmare with moral weight. So here's a key sightings and some reports on this. It eats people, yes, Lynn. Historical accounts from settlers and fur traders in the 17 and 1800s describe encounters with a skeletal figure moving through winter forests, accompanied by unearthly screams echoing through the night. Early missionaries recorded the indigenous warnings about the Wendigo spirits that stalked blizzards, targeting those who stayed too far away from camp. One of the most famous cases involved a Cree hunter named Swift Runner in the late 1800s. After spending a winter isolated with his family, he returned to civilization claiming he had been possessed by a Wendigo spirit. The horrific details of his confession spread widely, causing outsiders to believe the Wendigo was no more than just a tribal myth. Okay, here's some other alleged sightings. North Ontario, 1920, trappers report skeletal humanoids following their sled tracks. Minnesota, in the late 20th century, campers heard wailing cries in the freezing forest and spotted enormous humanoid footprints. And then in Manitoba, locals report gaunt figures moving between trees with unnational speed. Despite skepticism, many witnesses insist what they saw was neither animal nor human.
Yeah, now, this one on the Wendigo, I have to say this is folklore. I, because it's like the stories that's handed down through generation.
Yeah,
Because you got to remember, read what it was originally it was about.
yeah,
It basically said that it was what let me find it here. It was a cautionary tale, a
yeah.
nightmare with moral weight.
Hmm.
So that means it leans toward folklore.
Yeah.
So it wasn't
But
real, but it's something to teach you a lesson about being selfish.
but you also notice what it says, and this is believable too to me because people don't understand the afterlife. They kept saying it was a spirit.
That's true.
So it could technically be a spirit that literally doesn't eat you per se, but eats your energy because we know there are energy sucking vampires, spirits.
Right. That's true.
So that's what it could be. Not saying that's an actual being, but a lot of them called it a spirit. And I think that it could be an energy sucker that somebody came across. And of course, they're going to talk about it. I mean, that thing's great, you know. And spirits can possess you. Actual beings can't possess you.
Yes, okay. I'm sorry. Somebody wrote in the chat. It was a perfect description of our senator.
Yeah, Josh.
That's sorry. I'll
So
be seeing funny stuff. So Don't mind me.
Yeah, so that's what I think. I think it's a spirit, probably an energy vampire, and because it possesses people, it has the potential to possess you. No living being can possess you. They
Right,
have to be deceased in order to possess you.
right.
So, um, I believe that it is some kind of spirit. It's very possible. Um, you know,
I agree. I'm sorry. I'm looking outside because my son knows he's supposed to be in the house right now, and
oh,
he's
go
avoiding my
ahead,
stare.
Tyre. I
He's
met
a,
humans that are energy suckers. That's true, Padrazi, too.
yeah, you got that right. Uh, I've met humans that are energy suck. Oh, they drain your energy, your money. Oh,
Yeah.
wait a minute. That's called wife. Never mind.
If it is, so hypothetical question from Tired. If it is an energy sucker and you create energy, would it attack you? Oh yeah,
Oh
they're
yeah,
they're gonna attack people. Oh yeah, they'll
yeah,
attack everything, and that's why they'll possess you to take your energy.
right. Insert
Um,
troll.
yeah. Oh, it probably doesn't care. And actually, that's why I think Lynn, it actually probably wants negative energy because it's a negative being.
Right.
And that's why those people that had nothing left and that were selfish were the ones who were supposedly getting possessed
Mm-hmm.
because they were, they were in a bad mood or in bad spirits per se. So
Right.
no.
So yeah, I
Even if you
mean,
give it freely, well, don't ever give anything your energy freely because okay,
yeah,
so here's the thing about energy, guys. Supposedly energy never dies. I'm gonna tell you something. It doesn't die, but if you have something that's constantly stealing it, it can take it all until it makes it part of them, and then you're no more, you're them.
you're them,
Okay,
right?
and this
Because they
is
took your
why
energy.
I always tell spirits who really want to stay and not cross over, that's very dangerous, because if one of those spirits get a hold of you, you're no more. So um it's better to cross over and just have to go back and forth. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
don't be lazy, okay?
I agree with you
Or at
100%.
least be somewhere like a grove or a place with a protector where nothing can get you. And don't
Right,
just hang out all over the place. It's bad. You get in trouble.
right, and that's one of the reasons I've also said a few times that when you leave this body, this body is just temporary housing. So your energy is in this. So once
Yeah.
you leave this, you're free to roam. Okay, and remember this: the way you are in life, you're gonna be the same way in death. You don't have a second thought and change your mind and say, "Oh, I think I'm going to be nice." No, the way you were is the way you are. It is what it
Yeah.
is. And so if you leave with positive energy, you'll get positive energy flowing to you, welcoming you. But if you leave with
Yeah.
negative energy, same thing. Just keep that in
Yeah.
mind.
I'm electric. Yeah. Even if it
Ta-da!
has limitations and you treat it like a deal, um, you know, um, the devil makes deals too, but does that mean you want to do it? Hell no.
Right.
Because deals can be broken. I don't know. I would never ever, that's why I leave food out for the spirits, why I like
Yeah,
candles, why I charge my devices and let them use that, because I
yeah,
don't want them using my energy.
yeah.
Suck the batteries dry, eat the food, but
I
no.
got this big
Don't.
crystal right here full of energy. And when the moon
Yep.
is out, I fill this bad boy up. I keep it right in the window.
Yeah,
That's why
that's
this
right.
is full of positive energy in this house. We keep, and besides, it's the story of my great great grandfather, Robert Johnson. They say he sold his soul to the devil. And
Yeah.
that's how come he became the greatest guitar player he was. But then you remember, if you sell your soul to the devil, you know,
He could
You
take
see
it
the
at any
outcome
time, whether
at
you're
any
ready or
time. Yes, because my great grandfather died at the age of 27. He was shot to
not.
death. Thank God
Yeah.
and thank goodness he was able to at least record one record before he passed away. And it's on here on YouTube. So if you look up Robert Johnson, he was the one that created the Delta Blues, which today is known as the blues. He
Yeah.
was the creator. He set the foundation for it. So that was my great grandfather. I guess that's where I got my musical traits too.
Yeah.
And plus I look just like him.
And you
Which,
didn't have to make a deal with the devil, so you're okay.
right, I didn't know I made a deal with my wife. I wonder, would you be a devil, Jen? Wait a minute, Devil Jen. That's on Tekken. Never mind. The next one though is the chupacabra. Now this is an
Mhm.
interesting one. The chupacabra is one of Latin America's most infamous cryptids, rising to international attention in the 1990s. Its name, meaning goat sucker, reflects. There's a lot of sucking going on in this. Um, reflects the earliest reports of dead animals drained of blood through small puncture wounds. A style of, I want to say, predation unlike any known creature. Although the modern legend began in Puerto Rico, similar stories exist throughout Mexican and South American folklore, hinting at older roots. Now, earlier witnesses described a reptilian creature with greenish gray skin, large black eyes, long claws, and sharp spines down its back. This sounds just like your mom, Jen. No, I'm playing, sweetheart. Tony's upstairs. Um, Over time, sightings expand dramatically across Latin America and the southern United States, with many variations describing a canine like creature with hairless skin and exaggerated features. Now, there is a video on YouTube there. I guess this lady had captured a chupacabra and it died, of course, but she has it on video. And there's also a video of somebody that was following behind one that was walking in their field. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Well, yeah, and yeah, we're gonna get to that. You just hit the nail on the head. But anyway, the chupacabra embodies fear of the unknown predator, an intruder that stalks farmland, kills without sound, and disappears before the dark. That sounds like some of the boys in this hood. Um, Key sightings and reports. The first widely publicized sighting came from made. Actually, I think this is the chick that did the video, Madeline Tolentino in 1995, who described a spiny back creature outside her Puerto Rican home. Around the same time, dozens of farmers across the island discovered animals dead with no blood left in their bodies. The wounds were precise, deep, needle-like punctures that didn't match the marks or native predators. Over the next decade, reports exploded in Chile, Mexico, here in Texas, and Brazil. Um, what made these sightings particularly strange was the pattern. Animals killed cleanly, often without signs of struggle, as if something drained from them surgically. In some cases, multiple farms were hit in the short time span, suggesting that creatures traveled a long distance quickly or that there were multiple creatures. Now, what Jen just said, but because
Yeah.
now Jen used to work in animal control. Uh, and and I've always thought this too, but like I said, it's just a thought. Um, it could be a dog with mange.
Well, any canine can get it because when I asked the AI about what I saw, it's like, oh, you probably saw a South African um man a man wolf, which is basically a fox with the longest legs you ever seen. It has a regular tail though, and it has a longer nose, but not what I saw. And they're like, well, if it was black and had mange, it would look like that. I'm like, no, it would not. But anyway, um, the AI thought it was that, but but that was the first thing they thought because of how I described it. They're like, oh, it's something with mange, but not only can dogs get mange, a lot of different creatures can.
Right. Very true.
Creatures, a
So,
lot of different
what,
animals can, I should say, that are canines.
what do y'all think in
I'm
the
sure.
chat? What do y'all think about the chupacabra? Now, just remember, you cannot order one at Taco Bell. That would be a
Mhm.
chimichanga.
Mhm. They thought that aliens did it. Well, but see now that now because this lady had one, and she has it stuffed. Robert said, um, and she still has it, and she has video. I'm assuming that it is, and I've
Real.
said this a lot. I've said that a lot of different animals can mate with each other.
Right. Which
Okay,
would make them a hybrid.
which would make him, yeah, or a mutant, because
Right.
mm, nobody's seen it. It's a hybrid, a mutant, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's a messed up animal, but it
Right.
is living animal. And
Mm-hmm.
we just didn't discover it yet because it's very rare. And I say that they mate with these different beings, different animals. These animals mate with different animals because we're taking away their land, and now they're all closer together.
Right.
So they're coming across each other where normally they wouldn't. And they're just like, well, shit, I'm going to go with that one. It has nice
Right.
stripes. I don't know what the fuck it is, but hey, let's try it.
Right.
And,
I agree with you. I mean, like I said, just because I didn't see one doesn't mean they don't exist. You know,
yeah.
but
But I
there is
think that's
video.
one that's like a hybrid kind of thing. And that's why there's only
Yeah,
one or
me
two of
too.
them out there because, it probably,
Right.
Ooh, did you hear? They finally saw a phantom jellyfish. It had only 118 sightings in 110 years. That's probably because it lives so far down in the water. There's
Right.
so many things out there. Do you know? And I tell people this all the time. They discover 435 to 450 new species every month.
Mm-hmm.
Every month, there's shit out there, and we don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Okay?
As a matter of fact, when they were diving for the Titanic again, this is just recently, they found a new species of shark because
Mhm.
they're blind. They're all white and they're blind
Wow.
and they're down by the Titanic. That was the first time. And you can look it up on YouTube. They're blind. They can't even
Mhm.
see. They go by sense.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
crazy.
That's right. Plants too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things that we just haven't found yet, or that is new, because, like
Hmm.
I said, also there's a lot of new plant species and stuff, just like she said. They're pollinating different things. There's seeds dropping next to each other. They grow together like splicing, and now you have a whole different damn species, a whole different new fruit, you know.
That's new.
And it's very possible that the animals are doing that too because of the change.
Hmm.
They're just going with the flow and making new babies and seeing what
Yeah,
works.
and you're right because you're starting to have a new kind of if you notice a lot of places are building subdivisions now taking away the habitat for coyotes, and now
Yep.
coyotes are actually mating with dogs,
Yeah.
and now you're having a new breed of coyote
Yep.
that's stronger and faster.
Yeah. That's what we need in the world. And this is
Right.
our fault,
Yeah, and that
And I
yeah,
tell
that's our
people this
fault.
all the time. And I'm
Mhm.
still sticking to the fact that there's a lot of stuff that was extinct that before we even came about that is in spirit form here in this earth.
Right.
So, a lot of different things. Okay, what's the next one? After the chupacabra, we have
The Loch Ness
the Loch
monster.
Ness monster.
I'm sorry, babe. I'm
Okay.
just playing. You're not the Loch Ness monster, babe. I'm just playing.
The Loch Ness monster, affectionately known as Nessie, is Scotland's most legendary cryptid and one of the most famous lake monsters in the world. The earliest reference dates back to the 6th century when Saint Columba allegedly encountered a water beast in the River Ness. Later Scottish folklore spoke of water spirits, kelpies, and monstrous serpents lurking beneath the surface of the deep lochs. Loch Ness itself is a perfect setting for the creature legend. It is enormous, dark, and incredibly deep, deeper than most seas, with visibility so poor that a massive animal could hide within it. Combined with ancient serpent folklore, this environment created the ideal birthplace for Nessie's myth. The modern legend began in 1933 when a couple reported seeing a large, dark creature crossing the road and slipping into the loch. Months later, the famous surgeon's photograph captured the world's imagination. It showed a long necked creature rising from the water, an image that became one of the most iconic cryptid photos in history. Throughout the 20th century, dozens of sightings described large humps rising above the water, unusually fast wakes in calm conditions, silhouettes resembling long necked animals, massive shapes seen just beneath the surface. Sonar expedition in 1970s detected unexplained large moving objects deep within the loch. More recently, in 2019, researchers detected unusual environmental DNA in the loch that some suggest could match the unknown species. So, they
Wow.
actually, and I had just read, and I don't know when this was written, but I had just read they did even more recently, I think they did a big Loch Ness monster search, looking for it with sonar and stuff too.
Right.
And we didn't find anything this time, but I mean, she could have passed by now. We don't know. We don't know how long it lives. But anyway, so cultural impacts. Nessie is a global symbol mystery of the mystery of Scotland folklore. Loch Ness attracts millions of visitors yearly who hope to glimpse the creature. Dozens of documentaries, books, films, and exhibits explore her legend. Nessie is not just a cryptid, she is a cultural icon, contributing significantly to Scotland's tourism industry. The Loch Ness Monster has become the template for lake monster legends worldwide. Okay, so believable or not, guys? Conspiracy theory. Stonehenge is a warp gate. It's on YouTube. The latest one. They have real eagle heads and lion bodies. What? What are we talking about?
I just realized I was muted. I was sitting here talking,
Oh yeah,
and
I thought you were talking to Jen, so I didn't even.
no, that was my fault. I'm talking, and thank you, Tyre, for letting me know that I was muted. I was saying, I think
Oh,
that
Griffin.
it's real. It
Oh
has to be.
yeah,
It has to be because too many people seen it, even though we haven't. The only downside with it is, it doesn't fully come out of the water. You only see the hunches on certain
yeah,
videos. But I'm thinking, though, it could be a kind of fish that we haven't seen, kind of like a platypus.
yeah.
You know,
You're right. It's probably something we haven't discovered. And
right,
the fact that they haven't found anything that big, well, maybe mommy died and now there's a baby.
right.
There's littler ones. I watched this great show, which I reminded me exactly of the Loch Ness. And I don't know where they got this show and this movie. I should say it was a movie. And it was about a magical creature that actually it was a water horse. They called it the water horse. And I think that
Right.
was the name of the movie too, the water horse. And the mom would lay an egg and then the baby would hatch and the mother would die right after it laid the egg. And it only laid one egg and then it would die, right? So
Wow.
there would only ever be one of them. And yeah. So there would only ever be one of them, and it was, I guess, asexual, so it didn't need to get fertilized or anything. It would pop the egg, it would die, the next one would come. It was interesting. I was like, wow, I wonder where they got that idea from. Then I'm
Yeah.
like, and maybe that's what Nessie does, you know?
Right.
Don't know.
Yeah. I was just reading in some of the chat what they thought. Um, Tired Collector said it could be the only living prehistoric creature that is smart as F.
Yeah. And it could also be, and I always used to say this about the Bigfoot too, if they weren't spirits only, then they have a cloaking mechanism like like a chameleon, and they just blend
Mhm.
in, and that's why it's so hard to get pictures of them. And that's why people say they'll see them, and then when they start running you'll hear them but you won't see them anymore because they put on their cloaking device, let's say,
Right.
and they just blend right in with their surroundings. And Nessie
Mhm.
could potentially have that too, where she could just cloak herself, you know?
I agree. Um, Josh Josh said I'd have to be I guess migratory. There's very little alloy. I got to get this cataract fixed. Plankton or fish in the Loch Ness. And you know what? And you're right. There's not enough for it to survive on
Yeah,
in that river. So I have to agree. Robert said there's creatures all around us we can't see with our eyes spectrum, and that is very true. And some creatures are just becoming. We're
yeah,
just discovering some. So this what we're seeing now is nothing compared to what's still out there that we still don't know about.
hmm,
This next one though is another one that I want to say folklore, but this one might have some realism to it, and that is the Jersey Devil. Now,
hmm,
the Jersey Devil is one of America's oldest and most unsettling cryptids, rooted in 300 years of folklore from the Pine Barrens of New Jersey. The legend begins with the infamous story of Mother Leeds. Uh, Mother Leeds. Why did that name sound familiar? The name Leeds. Isn't that Scottish? Leeds? I want to say, but anyway, um, a woman living in the 1700s who allegedly cursed her unborn 13th child. According to the tale, she proclaimed, "Let this one be the devil," during childbirth. When the baby arrived, It transformed into a hoofed winged creature with a horse like head, forked tail, and leathery wings before escaping up the chimney and into the night. Why didn't it just go out the door? Anyway, generations of locals insisted the story was more than folklore. Unexpected livestock deaths, eerie screams in the woods, and sightings of the winged beast reinforced the legend long before newspapers picked it up. The Pine Barrens, a vast isolated stretch of forest, became the creature's domain, a place where strange sounds echoed and travelers felt watched. That's crazy. So if you go into that place, you actually feel like you're being watched. Now,
Mhm.
key sightings and reports. The Jersey Devil reached national attention in 1909 during a week-long wave of sightings across New Jersey and Pennsylvania. Newspapers widely reported encounters that included police officers firing shots at the creature with no effect. Sounds like Superman to me. Strange hoof prints appearing on rooftops, in fields, and even in snow covered backyards. Schools closing due to fear. I'm glad they don't have that now.
Yeah.
Entire towns locking their doors at night. Now, one police officer described a kangaroo like figure with wings, glowing eyes, and unnatural screech. Another witness claimed the creature attacked his horse before flying off into the trees. Throughout the 20th century, sightings continued sporadically. Campers reported the red eyes shining from the treetops. Hunters described leathery wings beating through the darkness. Drivers on rural roads claimed a tall, thin creature crossed in front of their headlights and vanished into the pines. Now, cultural impact. Now, the Jersey Devil is deeply embedded in New Jersey identity. Sports teams, local attractions, and festivals bear its name, which is true. Documentaries frequently explore the legend, and ghost hunters continue to visit the Pine Barrens, searching for evidence and creature symbolizes the eeriness of dense forest and the mysteries that can hide forgotten landscapes.
Hmm. So, so funny enough, tomorrow's Friday night scary story is called The Devil of North Jersey because the folklore has this being in the Pine Barrens, but this one saw it, I guess it was south of the Pine Barrens, but it was in North Jersey. So anyway, so she was about 6 and she describes what she saw, and you know the way she said it, and being 6 and all, and how she described it in her story, I believe it to be like again, like one of those um like protectors, like maybe a wood elemental, um who's because they could look like really whatever they want elementals. So I
Right, I
feel
agree.
that it's like an elemental that's protecting the woods.
Hmm. I agree
Um,
with that. I do
you
agree with
know,
that. Hmm.
and that's why, like, because what you got to think about it when you see these things. I mean, supposedly attacked the horse. I don't think so. I think it was probably trying to get away from the officer who he thought was going to shoot him, and shoot at him, and maybe knocked into the horse or whatever. But um, you never hear of these things attacking you. You know, like nobody ever said, "Oh my God, the thing came down, swooped, and tried to eat me." No. So again, why? Why aren't they attacking you? Probably because they're a being that is not going to attack you because they don't have anything to do with you. They're just trying to stay out of your way because they're doing their own job, protecting the forest or doing whatever.
Hmm. What was you saying, babe?
That sounds like those big bats, like the really huge bats.
Oh, the Jersey Devil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my wife says it sounds like big bats that people are actually seeing.
Could be. Now, Robert said, what year was it again? Just read the year again.
The year, I
Hmm.
want to say, let's take a look here. Uh, the first sightings was in the 1700s, but I wanted the more recent one. I want to say, let me see where are you at. Was in the 1920s,
Right here.
1909.
1909. Okay.
See, back in 1909, when you told people you had a Mustang, you literally had a Mustang.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do see
Those are
that.
real.
Jen just pulled something up.
They're real.
Do me a favor. Screenshot that. Send that to Christina.
No, send it to Eddie so that Eddie can put it up
Oh
because I
yeah,
can't.
send it to me, and I'll send it to Christina.
They're called giant golden crown.
No, you're gonna just put it on your. You're gonna share your screen and put it up
Okay,
because I'm on my phone. Remember?
okay, yeah. I'll share my screen.
Yeah.
Uh,
They're creepy, man.
yeah, send
They're
it.
about to if I seen something like that.
Send it to my messenger. Yeah, I didn't think about this. This Jen's always looking when we everything we're talking about. She look for recents, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And this is something that she found. This is real.
Oh, that's
And how big is that?
half the size of the human.
So I would say it's about 3-4 feet tall.
Probably taller. They live.
I'll show you the picture in a second. This is a trip. Uh,
Yeah, sure.
Tired said, I do believe it is a smartish because there was a lot more chances of smoke inhalation. It was not to be offensive. I was being logical. Check yourself before you approach me again.
Oh, because they were saying about they were talking about a chimney.
Oh,
Chimney.
okay. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you was telling somebody you better check yourself before you wreck yourself. You know, like, hey, we're not here for that. Hey, we're supposed to be peace and love, everybody, peace and love.
Yeah, no, they were talking about the chimneys. I do believe the Who's wouldn't fit. The Who's wouldn't fit on yeah, maybe.
That's true. Tyler said, I don't tolerate disrespect. And I'm not ever gonna disrespect anybody in here. And
No.
nobody in here gonna disrespect anybody because we love all of you. We love you all. No
Mhm.
disrespect. So you will not get none of that here. Huh? Did you
Yeah.
send it to me? Okay, let me look for it.
Oh,
Jen, she sent it to me, so let me go
okay.
on.
Let's put it up.
What is it? Did you send it my? Did you send it to my? You send it to my Facebook?
No, text message.
Oh,
Good
text
night,
message?
darling. Thank you for coming in.
Have a great night. Hey, come back. We love to
Yeah.
have you come back. Please come back. There it is. Okay. So you shared
Nope.
it.
The noise.
Oh, it's called a hammerhead bat.
Okay, let me get this.
It looks like it's got a
Hammerhead bat. Okay, let's see what it looks like, guys.
So here it is.
bat.
Okay, so let me see. How can I? Now, how can I share this? How can I share this?
There should be a
A screen share. I see it.
yeah.
Okay, so
There should be a screen share.
choose what you share. What? That's probably because the first time I ever did this.
Yeah,
Share my.
in StreamYards, right?
Yep.
Ah, there it is. Okay.
Okay, so let me go back to what happened to it now?
Oh,
Oh, here it is. Okay, you know what? Did I hit the wrong thing? I must have pushed the wrong thing. So no, it's right here, but it's not on the screen. So let me
No.
get it off of the Facebook. Okay.
Hmm.
So let me try that again.
You
Let me
gotta just pull up the picture.
share screen,
Mhm.
and it's going to be
Yes, Lynn.
what, this one right here. Here it is. Okay. Here it is. That right there.
Okay, let's see. Oh yes, here we go.
That's real.
Wow, that is a big bat. Look at its face.
It's called a hammerhead
It's,
bat.
it's called a hammerhead bat, named after my wife's mother-in-law's mom.
I'm gonna hit you with.
I'm sorry, Ray. I couldn't resist. You old hammerhead bat. I'm gonna start calling you that. Hey, play on words.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm
Stop.
dead.
Be nice. You might be able to get away with the mother-in-law, but you better not call Jen that.
You old hammerhead bat. Oh, okay, babe. I was just playing. I was just playing, babe. Master, you ain't supposed to beat me today, Master.
Oh my god.
You're supposed to beat me on Sunday, Master.
Chauncey.
Yeah, Josh. If I saw that, I'd have a heart attack.
Look at that thing.
Hmm.
Man, I'd like to have that as my watchdog, though. I bet you nobody come over my house.
Yeah.
I sent you another one too.
You sent me another one? Is it on the what'd you send it to? My Facebook?
No, text message.
Robert.
Right here. Marjorie Taylor Greene. That's messed up. Let me get the other one.
Nope.
Okay, I guess I gotta stop sharing on that one. So let me get this other one.
You want me to send you
Get you yeah, send it to my messenger again, will you please? Oh, wait a minute. It might be on here.
Mhm.
There's a whole bunch of these on here. These things are real? Wow, I'm sorry. I'm just blown away by this. But yeah,
I just sent it to you.
you sent me another one? It's a different one?
Yeah.
Can we see all of it?
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm getting ready to go on it right now. Let me go there. What are you doing? You moron. I'm talking about myself.
Too many joints in the guy's arm, Josh. Let's see. What is it called, Jen? So we could look it up.
Yeah. Okay, so let me go. Let me do this. And then, Jim, what is it called?
That one is called
Okay, this one.
Okay.
And look at the little baby down in the corner. So that tells you right there.
A giant golden crown flying fox.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Now see, if that thing came to Jersey, of course people would have a freaking heart attack.
They get up to 5.6 feet tall.
Oh yeah.
That's taller than me.
Yep. That might be exactly what that is.
So, in theory, this could have been what people were seeing.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm not going to displace that what they said was, was not true on this.
Right.
But along with the Mothman, that these could be what they were seeing.
Yeah.
There's so many different ones of them. I'm like, geez.
Paula, you're late. You're late, Paula. She said, Robert, I know I'm late. She don't need to be reminded, Robert. But that's okay. Paula, we're glad you're here now. Don't worry about me. I'm nobody. I'm Christina's conscience.
That'd be a scary thought.
That would be, wouldn't it?
All of a sudden I'm doing something and I hear Eddie tell me, no, I don't think you should do that. Be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that would be crazy. That's crazy though. But to me, that's what people are seeing.
Yeah, that could definitely be. All right.
So
So
now,
now number 7. What are we on? 7, yeah. The fresco night the Frenzo?
is
Sure,
that Fresno?
okay.
Oh, wait a minute, I'm on the wrong thing. Oh, the Fresno night crawlers.
Fresno. Okay, there we go. The Fresno night crawlers are one of the strangest and most modern cryptid phenomena. First emerging from video footage rather than ancient folklore. The legend began in the late 20th century in Fresno, California, where a homeowner captured an unusual creature on his security camera. Tall, pale, pale, thin-legged being that appeared to be nothing but legs with a small head, and they moved with an eerie gliding gait. Unlike most cryptids, the nightcrawlers have almost no historical mytholo- mythological roots, leading some to speculate that they might be extraterrestrial or interdimensional beings, or even a previously undiscovered species of life that adapted to the marshland. So the key sightings and reports have been: the original video shows two long-legged white entities moving silently across the lawn in the dead of night. Their movement were oddly graceful, not mechanical, not human, and unlike any known animal. Subsequent footage emerged from Yosemite National Park showing similar beings walking among the trees. The consistency between the Fresno and Yosemite video, despite being recorded years apart, shocked investigators. The descriptions are legs that appear disappropriately long, no visible torso, fluid floating motion, complete silence, pale white or almost glowing in appearance. No hoax explanation has ever fully matched the organic fluidity of these videos. So they tried to recreate it and they can't, basically. The Nightcrawler have become internet legends spreading across the paranormal TikTok, YouTube, and horror art communities. These bizarre appearances, equal parts eerie and harmless, make them one of the most unique cryptids in modern folklore. They have inspired artwork, statues, and animated recreations, cementing their place in contemporary cryptid culture. Alrighty. What do you guys think of those? Have you ever seen them before?
Well, I'm gonna show you what Christina just read. I'm gonna
Yeah.
show it here, um, since I know now I can do this. So
Yes.
let me find the right one here. Okay, so let me go here and let me know. Can you see this at all?
I see a whole bunch of screens.
Okay, I put it on. Oh, it should be one solid screen now.
Oh, but you
Oh,
shared it
oh,
before
wait a
you
minute.
moved to the
You know
screen.
what?
Yeah.
Let me redo that. My fault. I
Yeah.
messed that up. So let me do that again. Where are we? Is it on this? Okay, here we go. Okay, here we are. And check this
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, I had those in one of my video, but only because I was using them as something that the person described, which was probably these things. I thought they were little spirits, to tell you the truth.
That's what I thought too. I wanted to say between little spirits and extraterrestrial. And then the more I kept looking at it and the way they're walking, I leaned more toward extraterrestrial.
Yeah, I mean, although we don't technically, spirits move really odd too because they'll move in orb form
Hmm.
or mist. But I don't know, they were very they kept their whole thing, you know. They
Hmm.
walked all the way down that hill, totally moving the same way and everything. I don't know, it's very odd.
Yeah, it's just really weird. And this is where it originated from. Now, here's another video of it. You'll see it get ready to come right in the frame. Here it is coming in the frame.
Oh yeah. I mean, it could be a spirit because that thing looks like a little ghosties to me.
That's true.
And it could be children spirits that don't know how to manifest yet, you know? I don't
Very
know,
true. Very,
you know,
very true. I do agree.
because they look kind of like translucent, kind of, don't they? They don't really look solid,
No, they
like,
don't.
you know,
Hmm.
I don't know. That one's strange.
So yeah, there's some truth to that. I mean, it's a hodgepodge. It could be paranormal. It could be extraterrestrial.
Yeah,
You know,
yep. We don't know. I
right? We don't
I don't
know.
think it's a species we didn't discover yet because since they were just walking around anywhere, I'm sure somebody would have snatched one up to test it,
Right.
you know. So I'm leaning more towards spirit than anything else.
Yeah, and I have to agree with you on that too. Yeah, I'm leaning towards spirit. But at least there's documentation of that. So that it's on video.
Yeah,
But it's up
right.
to you in the chat. What do you think it is? You know, I'm gonna lean with Christine toward spirit.
Yeah, Petrazi says too. It looks like a spirit to me. Yeah,
Right. So we'll
I
rock
think
with
so
that.
too.
I
I
think
think
so
it's
too.
these little spirits who don't know how to manifest, and they're just like, "Hello, I'm
Right.
walking." Like, because it
This-
also reminds me of how a toddler walks funny
right.
when they're
Because they
first learning how to walk.
right, they
That's
wobble
what
when they
it
walk.
reminds me of, and that's why I was like, maybe that they're like, they're little spirits, toddler spirits,
Right.
because that's how toddlers would walk, and unfortunately, babies pass, and it's not it wouldn't be uncommon for the it to be one of those. Was
Right.
there any kind of scale for it? You see how big the trees were in that first video compared to
Hmm.
what they look like? I mean, to me, they don't look big.
Right. They look rather small.
I don't know if was there like a there
Especially
was
the
no.
little the one that was real little. That one you could definitely tell that had to be like a baby, like maybe at kindergarten age.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think so. They have nobody has said that what's the size of them.
Right.
So, you know,
Your guess
uh,
is as good as ours.
yeah, but those trees looked really big. So to me, they looked kind of small, and I don't know. So that's why I was saying that maybe they're like, yeah, yeah, Nina, spirit. I think so. I
Yeah.
think they're toddler spirits that are wobbly. Cheep, cheep,
Yep.
cheep, 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 cheep. That's
Yep.
exactly what I
Yeah.
think it is.
Hey,
Because
like they
only
say.
if it was something, three of them, even though they were
Mhm.
years apart, there was two walking together, and then that one little one. So three only in how many years?
Right. Not many years at all. As a matter of fact, when that one was taken,
Hi, Robert,
that was
darling.
like in
You're
the
leaving us? I know it's late.
late '90s. Robert,
Yeah.
you listen. Have a great day, night. Uh, God bless you. Uh, it was about Paula's comment to you about being late. Eddie was joking about it. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I was just kidding, having fun.
Yeah.
No
You know,
pun
Eddie
intended.
jokes all the time. But if you
Yeah,
haven't been to Eddie's channel, you got to go by and check him out because you'll know he's a jokester. Like, well, you should know just by what he said to his wife tonight.
right. You
Anyway,
said right.
you know what it is? It's really hard in the chat sometimes to understand because, or to take things out of context because you don't know what anybody's talking about, right?
Right.
So it's like, you miss something, the first part of it, and then you're like out of context. So
Yeah. So,
you're going to
uh,
do the next one, yeah? Number
Paula,
8.
we love you, and God bless you. We were just having fun with you. Now, number 8 is skinwalkers. Skinwalkers come from the Navajo tradition and are among the most feared entities in indigenous North American folklore. Unlike other cryptids, skinwalkers are believed to be humans, witches who gained the ability to transform into animals through forbidden rituals. These beings can take the shape of wolves, coyotes, owls, or even distorted human animal hybrids. Skinwalker legends are deeply tied to cultural teachings about taboo, corruption, and the consequences of dark magic. Within Navajo culture, the subject is treated with extreme seriousness and caution. That is very true when it comes to skinwalkers. Um, the most famous modern hotspot is Skinwalker Ranch in Utah, where decades of reports describe humanoid wolf creatures running on two legs, glowing eyed beings peering into windows, animals found mutilated with surgical precision, massive wolf like beings impervious to bullets, creatures that vanish into thin air, fast moving shapes that defy physics. Outside the ranch, countless Navajo and Four Corners residents report seeing creatures that shift shape, mimic human voices, or stalk cars traveling lonely desert roads at night. Some truck drivers describe a tall, pale figure running alongside their vehicle at impossible speeds. Others have witnessed wolf-like beings rising onto two legs and staring into headlights. That's
Mhm.
why would you want to stare into headlights and go
Yeah,
blind?
I actually think they're describing two different types of beings because there's a um and I forget what you call them. I did cross one over.
Mhm.
Lovely gentleman. He I guess it's like a werewolf. However, they were born um they're spirits. Spirits? Um no. They're humans that have the ability to turn into wolves.
Right,
So I guess you would call them not skinwalkers. They're like a shapeshifter, but they can only turn into a wolf from
right.
their human form.
But that would be
So
that's something though that
so
the Indians
they're
created,
kind
right?
of like werewolves, but not because they don't they can't turn you into what they are. They're born of that descent. I don't know. There's some kind of weird cryptid thing. Um, so that would be the wolf man. And then, so I think they're talking about a whole bunch of different creatures, not the same in my book. That's just what I'm thinking. Because the other one that they described, the long, skinny one with no, um, you know, um, that's not he. That's not the one that turns into a human that turns into a wolf. And
Right.
as it's turning into the wolf, so It could be it could be walking and look like a man, and all of a sudden, start walking and turn into the wolf and go down on fours and run. Like there's no, it's not like a werewolf where you have to wait until midnight on a full moon. No, there's none of that bullshit.
Right.
So Um, so people don't know what it is, so they say it's this, that, or the other. But those other beings are totally not like with the wolf running on two legs is that guy. But these glowing eyed beings peering into the window is not that guy. Um, the
Give me
animals
one.
found mutilated. I'm already thinking is the chupacabra, right? And
Right.
then you have these wolf beings that are impervious to bullets. I think they're crazy because they didn't shoot at any of
Give
them.
me one
They
second. I'll be right back. I'll be right
okay.
back.
So I don't think that was part of it, quite frankly. They just made that shit up. Um, Creatures that vanish into thin air, no. That's a spirit, right? So if you saw some kind of animal that vanished into thin air, it was a spirit. It was an animal of a spirit, right? So fast moving shapes that defy physics could be anything. So I think there's these people are seeing a whole bunch of different things and just decided we're gonna say it's all a skinwalker because fuck it. It's all this one thing. It's not, okay? Different beings do different things. Just because somebody saw a wolf man and decided, okay, we're gonna call that a skinwalker, then every creature you see after that that does something, you're gonna attribute it to that and say that this guy can disappear and shit. He doesn't disappear.
Right.
So I think they're mixing a whole bunch of things. They saw a whole bunch of different things. Hi, Natalie. And to not scare people in that area, they're like, it's just one fucking thing. And so we don't scare people that they're seeing multiple different beings. Okay, and that's how
Hi,
I feel
Natalie.
about this one. You know,
Right.
I feel that there this especially on that ranch thing that they're seeing um probably a shapeshifter is on that ranch, okay? Can
Right.
shapeshift into anything. These wolf guys are just humans that can change into wolf. And they don't change into anything else. They don't eat you. They don't have to wait for a full moon. There's none of that bullshit. There are different kinds of species altogether. Like I said, I met one. But um I met him in death though, but because I met him, I understand he's real, right? Okay. So but he doesn't do all those other things, you know. So
Right.
he doesn't disappear into thin air. He can run real fast, but um so they're seeing multiple things, you know,
Right.
in this place, and they're just lumping it under this, we're going to call it a skinwalker. So to me this is misidentified things going on here. So um I think there's the wolf man, I think there's a shapeshifter, I think there's spirits that can vanish into thin air. I don't think it's one being. That's my own opinion on the skinwalker, but you guys let me
Right.
know, what do you
And
think, Eddie?
I agree with you on that because so many people, even paranormal investigators, have went out in search of the skinwalkers. You know,
Hmm.
and so I agree with you 100% on that. I
Yeah,
agree.
I think they're seeing multiple different things going on and they're just lumping it all in. Like I said, to not scare
Hmm.
the locals and be like, oh, that's a ghost. And well, I don't fucking know. They're like, oh, you just have a few skinwalkers. It's okay. No, what the hell are you
Right.
talking about?
Right.
You can't just make up some shit and say that that's what it does because it doesn't, you know? Yeah, I don't
That
know.
is so true.
So yeah, I think that's what's going on there. I think people are seeing multiple different things, and they're all chalking it up because they know there's a supposed skinwalker. They're just all chalking it up to it's that, but it's not. It's multiple things that going on and that they're seeing. So yeah, I'm gonna chalk that up to I don't know. I don't think there's a skinwalker per se. I think these are multiple different beings
Right.
and that
Yeah.
the skinwalker is just a shape shifting a shapeshifter, and that's what's on that ranch.
A shit
They
shaker.
got one shapeshifter, you know,
A shit shaker.
a shit shaper, yeah.
um.
Yeah, It's a
Eventually,
local punk band. Yeah.
yeah, the
Yeah.
Skinwalkers was their local punk band. Yeah, I used to play in a punk band too. We were called the Walking Clampets. We really were. We used to play when I was a musician, and this was back when I was a teenager, and we used to play at the Bank nightclub in Akron, Ohio. And the group that we used to open for, believe it or not, was Devo.
mm,
We
I like
opened
the.
for Devo. So yeah, I know Mark Mothersboro and his brother Scott personally. And you wouldn't think black people would be in the punk bands. Yeah, I'm one of them. I was in a punk band. I sure was. We were called the
I could
Walking
see you in a
Clampets.
punk band.
Yep, I was in. We were called the Walking Clampets.
Hair and
That's when I had my long hair. It was down my back, and I used to keep it in a ponytail. And I used to dress like Prince. I had the long trench coat. As a matter of fact, that's how Jen when she met me. I had the long trench coat with the sash over my arm and stuff like that. And but yeah, I played in the punk band, and then we used to play and open for Devo, and then they got discovered. And then Mark Brothersboro, he tried to get us discovered, but we didn't see stars in our eyes, so we backed off.
Yeah.
But we gave them their flowers. Mark Brothers, bro, we still talk. So we still talk. Me and Mark Brothers, bro, to this day.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, fun fact: did you know that he was also the one that did the music for Rugrats?
Oh, I didn't.
Yes, Mark
Rugrats.
Brothers.
Every time someone says the Rugrats, it brings me back to um I was a I was it was right before I got pregnant, so I was right around the age of 20.
Mm-hmm.
Between 20 and 21 because I got pregnant with my daughter at 21 and had her at 22. So it was around 20. And I was getting home from work. I worked at Victoria's Secrets. So I was getting home from work and my father was sitting there watching the Rugrats.
Mm-hmm.
And I walked in and I was tired and whatever. And I said to him, "The hell are you watching cartoons for? That's for children." And he says to me, here I'm 20, right? And I'm telling him what the frick, is wrong with you. And he goes, "I can't help it." He goes, "This Tommy Pickles is such a good actor." And I was just like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Hey, Jason. But that's what he said to me. His reason for watching the Rugrats was because um Tommy
Wow.
Pickles was such a good actor. I was like, never mind.
Wow. That's funny. Jason Flynn, how are you doing, Jason?
Hiya, Jason. I
Hey,
know he went to go grab that you you been acknowledged, and he was like, "Oh shit, I'm not on my show."
that's right. We're not on my show. We're on Christina's. I'll do it for you, though, Jason. Acknowledge me.
Yes,
How's that for you?
I watched the Rugrats. Yes,
Yeah,
uh,
and somebody said that he was a great composer. Yes, he is. Mark Mothersboro is a wonderful composer. And like I said, we still talk to this day. He's a good
yeah,
man, good friend. Him and his brother Scott love the family. So yeah, we're from the same hometown of Akron, Ohio. So as a matter of fact, I'm making a song right now talking about that because I went to school with him. I went to school with Chrissy Hyde from the Pretenders, and we're really good friends. She has an art museum in downtown Akron now. So and she's married to I forgot her husband's name, but he's a musician also from the UK. Brian Seltzer, I think that's who it is from the Stray Cats. But anyway, the next one is called the Kraken Sea
yeah.
Monster.
crackhead.
I'm gonna read that one, right? I was just
Yep,
writing something
it's
to
your turn. No, it ain't no crackhead.
Jason.
Oh, that's what you said.
No, I said crackhead, not crackhead. You a crackhead.
You a crackhead.
Yeah, the Kraken. Okay, the Kraken. Let's go. The Kraken is one of the oldest sea cryptids in recorded history, emerging from ancient Nordic and Scandinavian maritime lore, sailors describe a monstrous cephalopod-like creature capable of dragging entire ships beneath the waves. Stories tell of tentacles rising from the deep whirlpools formed by its massive body and eyes the size of shields staring up from the ocean's depth. Norse references giant sea beings thought to be a kraken-like creature. Later sailors in the 17th and 18th centuries reported monstrous tentacles wrapping around hulls or breaking the surface of stormy seas. So the key sighting was sailors in the 1700s described tentacles rising from the waves, ships found with strange suckered, suckered like they sucked marks on their hulls, enormous shadows seen beneath Nordic waters, fishermen claiming something massive pulled down their nets with impossible force. In the 19th century, sailors reported islands that suddenly moved and sank beneath the waves. The discovery of the giant squid in the late 1800s gave new credibility to the Kraken legends. Modern sightings of colossal squid, some over 40 feet long, suggest creatures of immense size do exist but remain elusive. In 2012, a Japanese deep sea camera recorded the first clear footage of a giant squid in its natural environment, um, revitalizing the belief that something even larger might still be out there. Oh, the Kraken is deeply embedded in myth, maritime history, and pop culture. It appears in literature, folklore, fantasy art, and major films. The image of the colossal tentacle beast dragging a ship underwater is now a universal symbol of oceanic terror
Sure.
and mystery. Woo! So you have to say that one's real because it's probably just the most gigantic octopus anybody's ever seen. And that boat got in the way when it was trying to eat or something, and that thing pulled it pulled it down on you.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, we were just talking earlier about how they're discovering new species every
Yeah,
day when it comes to fish, and I think that this is another one that's just been around, but we're just rediscovering them now. The
yeah,
giant squids. So I think this is very much uh, plausible.
yeah. When we get better technology where we can throw a camera
Hmm.
that we can actually control that will go all the way down to the deepest water and come back up, we're gonna
Right,
find some shit we never thought possible down there.
right.
And you know why it's down there? Because people haven't been down there to fuck it up.
Ain't
And that's
that
why there's crazy big beautiful things down there. Yeah, really.
that is
And
very
that's
true.
why they don't come up because they're like, "Oh hell no," you know? And when they do, these boaters throw nets and stuff and they're like, "Screw you." So
Right.
yeah.
Jason said, Eddie, please acknowledge me. Acknowledge me.
Yeah.
Uh, hey, we love
I
you too,
wonder
Jason.
yes, I wonder if big storm waves were just chucking squid and sharks and whales at them. Well, that too. You never know. But
Yeah,
but there are giant squid, so we know this. Why they came up from down deep, we don't know. Maybe the food was running out down there and they
right,
decided to pop up and have some lunch. We don't know.
right. Here's some tasty humans. Mm.
Yeah.
Use the ships as a
So,
toothpick.
yep.
But anyway, we have the Loveland Frogman,
Yeah.
also known as Kermit. The Loveland Frog, the Loveland Frogman is one of all. Wow, wait a minute, babe. This is remember we heard about this. And this is in our backyard. The Loveland Frogman is one of Ohio's most unusual cryptids, blending urban legend, modern encounters, and eerie sightings along quiet riversides. The creature is described as a humanoid frog standing around 4 feet tall with leathery skin, webbed hands and feet, and, and a face eerily similar to an amphibian. While the frogman legend gained popularity in the 20th century, some folklorists believe the story may contact loosely to older indigenous tales describing water spirits or small river guardians. Loveland itself, a sub I never even heard of this city though, but Loveland itself, a suburban town near Little Miami River, has long been a place where strange encounters occur, especially in the wooded areas and old bridges near the river. The creature's amphibious nature fits the landscape perfectly. Lush, humid riverbanks, old storm drains, swampy patches of forest, and quiet roads that seem ideal for sightings, unless you go around the Ohio Turnpike and you see all those yellow or orange barrels. Key sightings and reports. The most famous encounter occurred in 1955 when a businessman reported seeing three humanoid frog like beings standing by a bridge late at night. He claimed they had wrinkled, leathery skin and large mouths, and one creature allegedly held a metallic wand that emitted sparks. Emitted sparks. The man fled the area terrified, and the story became local legend. And now DC Comics have Aquaman. In 1972, Loveland police officer Ray Shockey, no connection to Roy Shockey, encountered a similar creature crouched near a riverbank. Startled, it ran toward the water on two legs before diving into the river with a splash. Days later, another officer, Mark Matthews, also claimed to see the creature across the road in front of his patrol car. These encounters were well documented and often cited by cryptid researchers. Newer sightings include joggers seeing large frog-shaped silhouettes near the river and fishermen reporting strange splashes accompanied by glowing eyes watching from the water. That's crazy. Um,
I
Col-
have never ever came across anybody ever having a story about one of these, so I don't know how I feel about it. Plus, I
yeah,
never saw one to cross over, so I don't know. I don't
I'm,
know, unless
yeah,
it's just a spirit that's fucking with them. I don't know. Yeah.
right, because this is the third time I've heard of this frog man. And see, we're from Ohio, and I've never heard this story before. As a
Yeah.
matter of fact, we didn't hear this story until last year about the frog man. Because I was like, wow, really? And hey, Keith, how you doing there, buddy? Acknowledge me. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, this is just I don't know. I'm leaning more toward folklore. However, when we do go back to Ohio,
Yeah.
I'm going to look into that even more and see where these locations were, and I'm going to actually go there.
Oh, that'd be fabulous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the
Because like
locations.
I said, I mean, if they see silhouettes of them, technically it could be a spirit manifesting that kind of gives the shape of it.
Uh
And
huh.
so, because when spirits are manifesting, they look like all sorts of things.
Uh
So,
huh.
yeah, I don't know about this one because I never actually came across any, like, there's not a ton of stories with people talking about it.
Right.
Um,
Uh,
so I
uh,
don't know.
Josh said, "I trust the Ohio police about as much as I trust the fishermen."
Yeah, there you
You
go.
see, you could be eating some of those shrooms up there in Ohio and think you saw frogmen.
Yeah,
Just saying.
yeah. That's why I was saying maybe it's like if they're seeing the silhouette, it's probably a spirit mist or some shit. A
Right. That'd be
shadow. You know, a
that'd be like
spirit.
me and Jen going out to investigate, do a paranormal investigation at night, and they look at me as if I was a silhouette.
Yeah,
Jen, you got a
that's
ghost
right.
walking behind you. Oh no, it's not a ghost. That's my husband. Just saying. But anyway, we'll go to the next one. The Yowie, which is by this is another name for Bigfoot.
Yeah,
That's also a name we use when we almost step on something. Yowie.
yeah. But since I think that is just a different kind of Bigfoot. But let's read it. The Yowie, because I have crossed over two different species of Bigfoot. That's all I could say about it. It's like, how you have 10 different kinds of snakes. There's different kinds of them too.
Yeah,
So, and I think it's because it depends on where they're born, just like anything else, because some can live in where it's cold and some can't.
right.
And I think that's why there's different species of them. But anyway, okay, the Yowie. The Yowie is Australia's most famous cryptid, a towering ape-like creature deeply rooted in Aboriginal mythology. Indigenous stories dating back thousands of years speak of large, hairy beings that roam the continent, sometimes called Yowie, Yahoo, or Junjeti. These beings were described as territorial, powerful, and spiritually significant. Early European settlers began recording encounters in the 1800s, describing creatures resembling a mix between an ape and a human, standing 6 to 12 feet tall. The Blue Mountains, Queensland's rainforest, and the vast outback became well known Yowie hotspots. So, one of the earliest written accounts came from 19th century settlers who found enormous humanoid footprints near their camp. Some reported seeing tall figures watching them from the tree line. Modern day sightings include 1970 Blue Mountain. Several hikers reported a huge hairy creature screaming from the cliff. Springbrook National Park. Tourists encountered a massive bipedal figure crossing the road. Queensland outback. Ranchers found animals mutilated and large tracks leading into the scrubland. Recent police reports. Officers have described unidentified large animals matching Yowie's description. Witnesses often mention a strong, musky smell, glowing eyes, deep growls and roars, rapid movement despite size. The sheer number of sightings makes the Yowie one of the world's most widely reported Bigfoot type cryptids. The Yowie is a major part of Australian folklore and has appeared in documentaries, books, comics, and tourism campaigns. The creature represents the wild, untamed spirit of Australia's vast landscapes. Entire communities host Yowie hunts, and the cryptid is frequently compared to Bigfoot in global discussions. So skeptics point to kangaroos, or wallabies, or large feral humans as possible explanation. L- Large feral humans. Did you find one of these? Because we're not good at hiding. Okay, so
Right.
what kind of shit is that? Okay, anyway. Some attribute the sighting to misidentified wombats or ding, dingoes seen in
Yep.
low light. However, the height described by witnesses far exceed any known Australian animal.
Now, if you
Mhm.
remember, I just did a. I want to say this was what 2 months ago. I covered
Yeah,
the what is it called, the mahu and China's urine. The mahu is also in Australia, which is their Bigfoot,
yeah,
and so that's why I said the Yowie is another Bigfoot.
right. Well, and like I said, I think it's like any other animal. Like, you know how many different types of bears there are depending on where they live?
Yeah,
Polar bears have a thicker skin and coat because it's cold. And then
right.
there's bears that live in the mountains, and then there's bears that live in the rainforest, right?
And
So,
then you got bears that live over at Wiggly Field.
yeah,
Oh,
so
wrong bears.
it's just like that. I think there's different ones depending on the environment. It's a different kind of species of the Bigfoot, let's say.
Never mind.
You know,
The last one I said that was Chicago Bears.
the Chicago Bears. Yeah. I remember when I first told people my cryptid story when I came across it. The first time I literally couldn't see the whole thing because of my position where I was in my kitchen. So when I described it, they were like, "Oh," somebody said it sounds like a bear, and everybody started laughing. They're like, "There's no bears in Long Island," and I'm like, "No, I don't think it was a bear." Hey, hey, Evie. Um, and then when I actually saw it, and I saw all its features, I knew it wasn't a bear. But yeah, but they laughed at me.
Hey, Jackie Queen. How is that? Did I say your name right? Jack
it's
Jacques.
it's we just call her Evie because it's Jackie is in because she's from over the pond in the pond too. So
Hey, Jackie.
that's how they say it.
Welcome,
But everybody calls her Evie.
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 Welcome to Christina and Son.
Yes, welcome to the live stream.
Welcome to the
We're
live
just going
stream.
over cryptids. No problem, Lynn. Um, and right now we
Acknowledge.
were talking about the Yowie.
He said, "Acknowledge me in Devo style. Correct that whip." That's the only thing I can do. And you are so welcome there, Jackie. You are so welcome. Hey, here's one. Now, this is another one I just recently heard of. I don't
Mm.
know. I'm thinking that this is just folklore. Just saying. It's called the Flatwoods Monster.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's the next one. You're gonna read it.
Yes. The Flatwoods Monster emerged from a single terrifying encounter in West Virginia. You know what? The strangest things that come from West Virginia. You
Mm.
know,
Well,
that never mind.
because well in West Virginia, is part of the Appalachia.
Right.
All of
And-
these, and I'm doing. I told you, I'm
mhm,
doing the cryptids of the Appalachian every Sunday. So I already did story one last Sunday. So if you missed it, go check it out. They're all less than 10 minutes, and they're really good actual sightings from people who lived in the area.
right.
So it's not something like these are people wrote on their blogs or sent into a blog to say, I saw this. Does anybody know what it is?
Right.
Um, so and all out of the Appalachia. So yeah, super interesting. So this
Yeah.
week is story 2, and there'll be about 10 stories. So check that out. And West Virginia um is part of the Appalachia. So go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, no problem. And then I'll just keep going by saying, "Take me home, country roads to the place." Oh, never mind. Wrong story. The Flatwood Monster emerged from a single terrifying encounter in West Virginia in 1952. After residents reported a glowing object streaking across the sky, a group of children and adults climbed a hill to investigate. What they found became one of the most iconic extraterrestrial linked cryptids in American history. The creature was described as tall, possibly 10 feet, with a spade shaped head, glowing red eyes, and a metallic torso. Witnesses said it floated or glided rather than walked, and the air around it smelled of burning metallic sulfur. Now, the key sightings and reports on the evening of September 12th, 1952, two brothers witnessed a fiery object crash in a nearby hillside. Joined by a friend and two adults, they climbed the hill expecting to find a meteor. Instead, they encountered a towering figure with a strange mechanical shape. Witness described piercing red eyes, a hood like head, long claw like arms, an oily chemical smell, a shriek that sent them running. Some reported nausea and throat irritation afterwards, symptoms often associated with toxic fumes or radiation exposure. The U.S. government briefly investigated, but no explanation satisfied locals. Now, the
Yep.
cultural impact. Well, I'm not even going to get into that one. But what do
Now
you?
I would like to play a little of the Sinister Sunday I just did on that. Oh, wait, let's see.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
Um,
Yes,
Here we
get
go.
ready for Christina's Sinister Sunday.
Nestled within the rugged landscape of West Virginia's Braxton County, seven eyewitnesses and a scared dog had an otherworldly encounter that still can't be explained today. The story goes that in 1952, a group of kids were playing football and saw a bright object streak across the sky before crashing close to a nearby farm. After calling for one of their mothers and being joined by several other children, the group headed towards the object to see what had fallen. What they saw would change their lives forever. Described as a Frankenstein like monster, all seven witnesses reported it was 10 to 12 feet tall, with a green face, red body, and claws instead of hands. Its eyes glowed as it floated towards them, emitting a sickening metallic odor as it drew closer. When others returned to the site to investigate, only the foul odor and two large skid marks remained. The ordeal was so bizarre that it prompted Project Blue Book, an initiative launched by the U.S. Air Force to study unidentified flying objects, to dispatch investigators to look into the incident and interview the witnesses. Even with the U.S. Air Force looking for answers, the Flatwoods monster was never seen again, making it one of the most puzzling enigmas in the village's history. We have a 9 more Appalachian monsters.
So there you go. Like literally, the stories are going to be about 5 minutes. Um, so they're definitely worth watching, and they're all about these different things that people come across. See, their description of it was way different than this article that you read, but that was their description, and
Jason Jason Finch was wondering if the kraken and the octopus or squid can mate each other. If they did, would they be called a crackopus or octokraken?
Octocracken.
Puss?
Oh, now I gotta turn that off so I can see the
Oh, I
chat.
can do that too.
Hi, Rosanna. Oh, Nina loves your voice, Eddie.
Oh, thank you, Nina. And just for you, I'll say, thank you, Nina. I very, very much appreciate you.
There you go. See, you got your own song.
Yeah, see, I'm here all week. That'd be $2.95.
So yeah, so that because of the fact that that one's really an enigma because it was so long ago. It was only once that that creature was seen that I actually think that that might have been a an extraterrestrial kind of thing.
Yeah, and I agree with you
That's the
100%.
only one that I could say, yeah, that
That
especially
I
because of
agree.
the smell and the fact that they only saw the skid marks. That thing got up and was like, "Where the frick am I?" Saw the
Mhm.
people, the dog, and was like, "I'm out. Bye."
Right.
Got back in its ship and left. Okay.
What do y'all
It
think
was
in the
like,
chat?
hell no.
What do you guys think? And tell us in the comments, what do you think about everything that we've talked about so far?
Yeah.
We'd love to hear your comments.
Yep.
I see Rosanna said, "Oh my God, groovy, baby. Oh, behave."
Mhm.
Now, my turn. The Dover Demon. Now, the Dover Demon is a modern cryptid originating from Dover, Massachusetts, which with sightings occurring over just 25 hours in 1977. Despite the brief window, it became one of the most famous humanoid cryptids in American history. Witnesses described a small, pale creature with large, glowing orange eyes. Nah, finally, no red. Gotta be
Mhm.
orange eyes now. Smooth, hairless skin, long, thin limbs, a bulbous, doomed head, and no ears or nose. Its alien appearance sparked connections and extraterrestrial encounters. The key sightings. The first sighting came from a 17-year-old Bill Bartlett who saw the creature climbing a stone wall under his car headlights. 1 hour later, another teenager reported a similar being walking through a field. The next night, a 15-year-old girl saw the concrete crouched, saw the creature crouched near a tree. And then the police finally got all three of these teenagers together and realized they were using a strange kind of shroom. No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding. Uh, all witnesses described the same features despite not knowing each other. No encounters occurred before or after this period, but when all of them turned 18 years old, they recounted that story and
Yeah.
they all started dating. And now they have a show called Three's Company. What do you think about this one, Christina?
So this is another one. I don't. This one I don't think is an alien, and I think this is another case of a shapeshifter that was misidentified, basically, because young
Mm-hmm.
kids they see this thing, it's a shapeshifter, um, or what you would call a skinwalker.
Right.
Although I think, like I said, a skinwalker is kind of a shapeshifter. Um, or even that other guy. What's that other guy that's really big and in the forest that people always see?
I
What's his
know who you're
name?
talking about. Uh
What's the
Anybody
guy's
that
name?
can y'all help us? I feel like Mr. Rogers. Can y'all tell us who it is?
Can you tell us? You know the guy in the woods. What the fuck is his name?
Hey, it's Mr. Woodman. I wonder what is he doing in the woods?
Yeah. I
I'm
mean,
it's on the tip of my tongue, and I cannot think of his name for nothing. Huh? The man that's in the woods, not Tiger Woods, not a
no,
sister
yeah,
in
the
law.
one that makes that loud noise and
What is that? What is? Somebody said Bigfoot.
No,
I cannot think of it now. Now, see, after the show, it's gonna come to us.
I'm gonna try to look it up in the in the.
Listen, hi again, sweet one, Rosanna. Thank you for my beautiful yellow again. Where's my beautiful yellow? It don't even have to be
Oh,
yellow. It can be green.
noise.
Then it said, not you, the Mothman.
Slender
Sound?
Man. That's his damn name, Slender Man.
Oh, yeah, the one with the tie. Slender Man, yes.
Yeah, he
Oh,
don't have a tie though. He's a tall,
yeah,
slender, abnormally tall with no face. And
right,
I think that's what they're seeing because it doesn't have any discernible features except the eyes.
right.
And I I think that might be what this thing is. It kind of goes with it, you know? Could
Yeah.
be Slender Man or it could be one of those like I said shapeshifter. Um cuz now we know shapeshifters exist. Well,
Mm-hmm.
um they're the reason why a lot of people don't like, oh yeah, it's a shapeshifter, they can shift, but they don't really talk about them is because of the fact that I think all these other sightings are a lot of it is him, but because
Mm-hmm.
he can shift into different things, they don't know what the hell they're seeing.
Exactly. Lynn
So
asked me, Lynn said, Eddie, is yellow your favorite color too? Believe it or not, Lynn, no. My favorite color is actually not a color. It's black. And the reason why I say it's not a color because black is actually a void. And so that's why
Mhm.
you always, I always every day wear something black. That's my favorite because when we leave this body, that's basically what we're going to see, a void. That's just my opinion. And so that's why I wear this color. Always, all my life, wore black. So,
Mhm.
but I love all the colors of the rainbow. I love you. I love you too. But that's just me. And Jason said, I was walking through my apartment and I stepped on something sharp. Oh, Yowie, Uncle Eddie. See, Jason seen a Yowie. He
Yep.
even voiced it. He said Yowie. See, he knows what a
Yep.
Yowie is. Thank you for the many hearts there, Rosanna, because that's what I represent. Love, peace and love. And I want everybody to have peace and love. Not no black heart. I'm not a black heart. I just
Mhm.
peace and love. Represent
Well,
all
I'm
the
giving
colors
you
of the rainbow.
black hearts for your black clothes.
Oh, that's true too, because I'll and that's the truth. Every time you see me, I have on something black.
Yeah.
Always. Every now and then you'll see me with a white shirt because you got to remember I live in San Antonio. So sometimes when I go out and investigate during the day, the temperature could be in the triple digits, and so I would have on a white shirt, but I would have on black pants. So I always have on something black. Jackie said, no, in art class, when I mix paints to make black, you use blue, red, and yellow. So to me, black makes all colors, and you are so right. Black
Hmm.
makes all colors. Roseanne said, me too. Peace and love. Yes. And let's
Yeah.
keep paying it forward. And I'm gonna keep throwing hearts at you to so that, and wish you good luck and wish you love and wish all good things come to you because that's how we do it here in
Bless
this house.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah, bless
Mhm.
you.
We need love during this hard time.
That's true.
Rough world we live
Now,
right now.
now I need you to sneeze on my bread.
Dark world we live in.
Giant drop bears, also known as koala bears.
Mhm.
Oh, Roseanne, you gave Eddie lots of black hearts. That's okay. I'll take those too. I'll take black
Yeah,
hearts, green hearts, yellow hearts, blue hearts, pink hearts. You name it, I will take it. I'll recycle them and give them to you because that's what
there you
love
go.
is. That's what love is. When you give to me, I give it to you twice as full. And then you pay it forward. Pay it over to Christina. Give her some love too. Give
That's right.
give
Throw
Nina
the
some.
heart in the chat.
Yes.
Um, there you
Nina,
go.
give Lynn some love. Give Jason some love. Everybody that's in here, give them some love because we need it in this time of the world that we are now. We could use some more love.
Yep.
So keep.
All right. Who's next? We got two more.
Yep. So
Let's
the
see.
next one, you got the
It's
next one, which is the Wagyu.
the ragu, like the ragu sauce. No,
Yeah,
the
Vagaru. I'm sorry.
ragaru. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
because
think
it's
it's
from
the ragu.
Louisiana. Yep.
The ragaru is a legendary werewolf-like creature from Cajun and Louisianan folklore, rooted in French loop, some kind of mythology kind of thing going on.
Gua
The
mythology.
the
Gua
ragaru.
mythology.
How do you say
Gua,
it?
Gua mythology.
Google mythology. Okay,
Gua mythology.
all righty. The oh, because for the creature.
Yes.
Oh, okay, fine. The
I love you,
and
Christina.
I'm like, oh, okay. I
Yeah.
didn't hit me that it was like the creature's name. Anyway, the he's described as a. It's described as a human cursed, a human cursed and transformed into a wolf-headed monster. The curse often ties to morality, breaking religious customs, or encountering dark magic. The Louisiana bayou, with its swamps, fog, and isolation, provides the perfect backdrop for such a creature. Stories describing the Ragaroo prowling rural roads, stalking swamps, and appearing near isolated homes. Witnesses claim to have seen a tall humanoid figure with glowing eyes and a wolf's head moving silently through marshes. Older accounts include hunters chased by a wolf-man creature, strange howls echoing across the bayou, livestock found mutilated, claw marks on homes and trees. Some believe the ragaroo is tied to shapeshifters or cursed individuals who may be trapped in wolf form for 101 days. Okay, so thank you so much for the super sticker,
Yes.
Rosanna.
Thank you for the super sticker, Rosanna.
Oh, Rosanna gave two super stickers.
I
Thank you so much.
love you. You're the one for me. Thank you, Rosanna.
I'm gonna do a Trucker John. Yippee! That's every time he gets a super chat with a yippee. That's what he um. So you know how I feel about this one. I told you I came
Yep.
across a gentleman who, and he kind of said the name. We don't use that name because I mean that's what they call themselves, and I'm not giving them up. But
Right.
uh, it they were born with this ability to change from their human form to wolf form.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they do. They don't change to other things. They're not mutilating the animals or anything like that. Because they're human during the day, they just eat. Like so That part I don't know about, but there I know that there are these wolf men,
Right.
so um and I think it goes back to the other one too. The what was it?
Um,
We just read about that one. The skinwalker.
yeah, skinwalkers. So
Yeah, so it's all the same kind of being. It's
right,
just one being. They call it different things because it's in different places, but it's only one being.
right. Because
Um,
everything you said, I was gonna say. So I
right.
agree with you 100%. So it's all in that, and yeah,
Good night, Jen. Much love to you and Manny.
yeah. Because Manny, he's not being himself today, so he's got to go to bed. Well, it's just that bedtime anyway, and
Yeah.
Jen has to lay down with him because he'll start trying to get back up again to try to come downstairs, and he'll be half asleep, and he would fall
Yeah.
over.
Oh, you don't want him to fall. Yeah.
Exactly. So she'll be listening, but just not
Yeah.
participating. So the last one we have here is the Montauk Monster. Now,
Ooh, I know this one because I was in
me
Long
too.
Island.
Yes, me too. And I was gonna say, so take this for what you think, okay? But the Montauk Monster gained viral fame in 2008 when a strange corpse washed ashore near Montauk, New York. The creature's bizarre appearance, hairless skin, and elongated limbs, sharp teeth, and a beak like snout sparked global speculation. Some believe it was an unknown species, others connected it to the nearby Plum Island Animal Disease Center, suggested a possible escaped experiment. Now, key sightings and reports. The original 2008 carcass was photographed by beachgoers. It was identified, well, actually, it was never definitely confirmed. The body disappeared before experts could properly examine it. Subsequently, carcasses washed up in nearby areas, each with slightly different features. Witnesses reported odd rather, and elongated skulls, sharp teeth, missing fur, unusual limbs proportions. Some
Yeah.
residents claim to see living creatures resembling the carcass moving near wooded paths. Now, I think
Hmm.
this to be real.
Yeah. I mean,
And
they have pictures of it.
oh
People
yeah.
have, yeah, So it existed. Now they found it in death. Another
Hmm.
thing is, why did it wash up on the shore? So the only thing you could think of is that something chased it into the water, maybe,
Right. And
and
it
it
drowned.
drowned because it's
Uh-huh.
not a water being.
Right.
Um, so that leads me to believe what's bigger and scarier than that that's chasing it into the water.
My mother-in-law.
you
I can say it now because Jen
know,
upstairs.
yeah. And so even though, see, this is I saw the picture of it thinking that
Mhm.
maybe this is what I saw, but the picture that they have of them, they really don't have too much fur. They're more like skin creatures, like it's skin. They don't have too much fur. Even though it looks like some kind of canine, it doesn't have fur really. So the one I saw was fully furred, had full fur. But I'm just wondering if it was in the water too long. That's why, but I don't think so
But you
because it
know
still
what?
had fur. So I don't know.
This is the other thing that I was thinking when I heard the story that it was a experiment.
It
It's
could
a
have
high
been.
right. It was a creature that was made. It was made and it escaped.
Yeah. And I
Possibly.
mean, they breed plenty of dogs together, so God knows what else they're breeding.
Right.
And this is what I say about GMO too. People laugh at me, but when you're genetically modifying plants and animals, so what do you think is going to happen to their DNA strands, and their DNA will change? I think anyway. I don't know. I
Right.
don't mess. I don't like that shit. Okay, but that's just me.
Right. And I agree with you 100%. That's just something to think about.
I wonder, Eddie, you could probably look up a picture to show everybody on that one.
Actually, that's what I was getting ready to do. Let me see if I can find one.
Oh yeah, I saw it the other day actually. Montauk Monster
Let's see what I.
images.
Ah, so
There
there
you
is
go.
some images. So
Oh,
let
there's
me
tons.
let me switch this so that y'all can see what I'm seeing. What am I on? Da-da-da. Now this is what I'm looking at.
Yeah,
And
you gotta click on it so it's big
yeah,
first.
uh,
I think before you share it.
actually, let me do this. Let me go back and stop that again, and let me get this right. So let me click on it first so I can get a
Yeah.
better image. Okay, so let me go here. Boy, I might have to invest in getting this. Not I've already learned how to really use this. So
Oh,
let's go to this.
I love it. If I can't share phone to phone, which makes it crappy, but that's the only thing. If I had a computer, I could run it better. But I love StreamYards.
Right. So
There is that creature. Lynn, good. I'm glad. So yeah, this thing is that's why I said no, that's not what I saw, because it has like a beak. It doesn't have a snout.
right, see, because you
And
can see the beak right here.
yep, it has like a weird beak, and its hands are weird, and its paws, which is hadn't was nothing like what I saw. But anyway, and it doesn't have like really too much fur. Like it's a weird looking thing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway.
so that's not what I saw, but it is a weird looking, and then there's that, then it makes you think maybe it is a water creature, and that's why they're washing up on water, and that's why it has that weird beaky thing. You never know. I
That's
don't
true.
know. But
Right.
I think something's chasing them into the water, which means there's a bigger, scarier predator than that out there, which is even scary to
Ain't that-
me. So.
I agree with you. Much bigger
Yeah.
than that.
Dinosaur decades.
Mhm.
You can imagine how many creatures back in the day were dinosaur time.
Yeah.
So
So what did you guys think? Yeah, you remember that, Nina? Yeah. Long
Lynn said,
Island is a scary place. I think one day Eddie said he would help me, and
yeah,
he's going to show you some of my catches because he can share. Now he knows how to share the screen, and
yep.
he can share some of the videos of some of the weird things I've caught. And all the things that I've caught were in Long Island.
You
The
want to
craziest things I've ever seen.
you want to do that the next time we get together? We're going to
Yeah,
start
yeah.
showing the stuff that you got. Yeah, well, the next time we get together, we're going to show the stuff that Christina caught.
Yeah.
It's real
And
interesting.
I'm gonna show you like the lady in white. Remember, I told you guys in the beginning, they said the only kind of like lore or cryptid thing in New York was the lady in white. Yeah, I met her. I caught her on camera and I crossed her over. So now, no. But however,
However,
I'm sure there's plenty of things in Long Island. Yeah. Hello. Hi,
oh yes,
Jason,
yeah.
and we love you too. Yeah, it's craziness. But so I've caught some crazy, crazy things. And Eddie loves those real or fake. So I know what I caught was a real catch of
Right.
sorts, but is it paranormal? And what is it? I don't know. you know, and maybe somebody's seen it and has a different take on it. I don't know, but I would love to hear it.
Right. And that's
So
what we're going to share with you guys, and you tell us what you think.
yeah, so I'll share some of my catches, and you let me know, like, um, you know, and I never say, "Oh my God, look, I caught a ghost." I always say, "Look what I
Right.
caught. What do you think?"
Yep.
But except for the one, there's one that I literally was looked like a bubble man walking. That was a
Mhm.
damn spirit. Don't care. You can't tell me it was anything else.
You
And that
called
was
it.
it.
You said
Um,
bubble man. It's the
I
bubble
call it the
man.
bubble man because that's what it looked like. You know, that's what it
Him
looked
and the
like.
Stay Puft
I
Marshmallow Man.
I can send it to Eddie. I think it's just a real. It's just a short, and maybe he could play it. Wait, I have to search from oldest though. Oldest shorts. Let's see.
What are you gonna send it? You gonna send it to my messenger, or
Yeah, yeah. I'll send it to your messenger.
that way I know what to look for.
I did do a greatest hits one with a few of them. Um,
Skulls. Like, so many cool stuff back in the 200,000 years
I'm
I
ago.
looking
thought I
at the
did that
chat.
quite recently, but
The creatures.
There was somebody in here that said that they were so stoned. Who was that?
that was Lynn.
Oh, I hear it. It's a OMG. I'm so stoned, doing good.
She's doing good.
Doing real good. Hey, just remember, puff puff give, puff puff give.
Mhm.
Back in the Ice Age days, dinosaur days. You can imagine.
Jason said,
Um,
"Lynn, I wish I had some weed to smoke. I love to smoke the good plant. I take y'all's word for it. I'm quite sure it is lovely. Smoke them if you
oh,
got them. Like Cab 7 used to say, smoke them if you got them.
okay. Let's share this out. How do
Jackie
you
said,
share this?
I'm glad I caught a couple stories. I'm glad you caught a couple stories too. And you keep sticking around every time we come on, you'll get more stories and then more
Mhm.
stories and then more stories. And then you'll have so much
Yes.
stories be falling out your pockets. When people walk down the
All
street,
right,
they'll stop and go, oh, wait a minute, that's my story. And
Eddie.
I'm sticking to it.
That's right. Okay, I sent
Okay,
it to you.
here
And
it is.
that's one of my favorite catches. I have the ghost lady too, like the lady
Okay.
in white. I should send you that one. I just made a little short.
So let me share this real quick. Nope, not that one. That one. Oh, why is? Oh, wait a minute. Hey, here's a bill collector. Hold on. Hello.
Hi, this is Kate Sombrano calling from a national data collection firm. May I speak with Edward Johnson?
And what is this in regarding?
We are conducting a survey concerning the issues facing our state and local communities. This will only take a few minutes.
Oh, this
Since
sounds
I
so
got you on the line,
fun.
since I got you on the line, could I possibly talk to you instead? We are talking to any registered voter in the household.
Yes,
You're
I
connected.
am.
Thank you. And this call may be monitored or recorded for quality assurance purposes. Would you like to take the survey in English or Spanish?
Oh, I don't speak English.
I beg your pardon. Are you comfortable speaking English?
I'm comfortable speaking anything you want to speak.
And first of all, are you currently registered to vote in Texas?
I sure am.
In what year were you born?
1926.
As you may know, in November there will be elections for governor, U.S. Senate, and other offices. What are the chances you will vote in the election in November? Definitely, probably 50-50 will not vote.
I'll probably definitely will not be able to. I don't know. I think I will.
Is that definitely, probably, 50-50, will not doubt?
That's probably definitely.
Generally speaking, do you think that things in Texas are going in the right direction, or do you feel things have gotten pretty seriously off on the wrong track?
Are they going in the right direction? I can't tell.
In your opinion?
In my opinion, I think it's going to shit. But that's just my opinion. What do you think? Do you think it's going in the right direction?
I'm so sorry, ma'am, but we are not allowed to elaborate the statement. In your own opinion, would that be a right direction or wrong track?
Oh, what do you think I should put? I think I should put maybe a wrong track. That would be
And
the right
thinking
direction.
about the economy, especially, how would you rate the economy in your part of Texas? Excellent, good, just fair, poor?
It's just so good and it's fairly poor at the same time.
So how do you want me to code your answer? Would that be good, fair, poor?
It's good that it's poor. I don't mind being poor. I'm used to not having no money.
Now, please rate your feelings towards some people and programs. Please indicate if you have a very favorable, somewhat unfavorable, or very unfavorable opinion of each person or program. If you have no opinion or never heard of that person or program, please indicate that.
Yeah,
Do you have a very favorable, somewhat unfavorable, or very unfavorable opinion of Donald Trump?
my opinion of Donald Trump, they say he has a mushroom penis, but I don't think so. I think it's smaller than that. What do you think? Have you seen Donald Trump's penis?
So how do you want me to code your answer? Would that be very favorable, somewhat unfavorable, or very unfavorable?
It's very favorable for me looking at Donald Trump's penis. Is it really a mushroom? I don't think it's a mushroom, do you?
By the way, ma'am, just to inform, this call may be monitored or recorded for quality assurance purposes. And moving on, do you have a very favorable, somewhat unfavorable, or very unfavorable opinion of Ken Paxton?
Ken Paxton, he's very unfavorable. I think he's a misfit and he's colorblind. But that's just
So would
my
that be
opinion.
very unfavorable or somewhat unfavorable?
That's somewhat very unfavorable.
Just to clarify the one, very or somewhat unfavorable?
Yeah, he's about somewhat definitely unfavorable. Maybe, perhaps. What do you think? You think he's favorable?
Ma'am, you're breaking in and out. Can I call you back for a minute? We're having a technical glitch.
Oh, what? You breaking wind? Your excuse. It's fine. I do that too all the time. I just did it now. See.
Moving on, do you have a very favorable, somewhat unfavorable, or very unfavorable opinion of Gina Hinojosa?
Gina's a hoe. What?
Hinojosa? Have you heard of Gina Hinojosa?
Yeah, I've heard of Gina Ho. Yeah, as a matter of fact, she lives right next door to me, and she owes my husband $50 for a hand job that he never even got. He gave her, and I told him he was stupid for giving her the money in the first place. But that's okay. That's his loss.
Okay. Okay. Those are the questions that I need to ask. Thank you very much for your time. Have a good one.
You
Bye.
too. Bye.
I'm surprised she stayed on the phone with you so long.
See, see, the,
Poor lady's trying to do a survey and it's like screwing with her.
this is why Jen does not like when I get these kind of calls. I keep them on the phone. Jen was like, hang up the phone. Like, no.
She decided that's enough of this. I don't have no more questions for this cycle over. 1926. How old does that make you?
I told her I was born in 1926.
Yeah.
This woman's dumb as a box of rocks. Because
Oh my God, crazy.
she was not even thinking 1926, and this is 2026.
Mhm.
How old would that make me?
Yeah,
And she just kept it going. So I'm gonna
kept
keep
it
it going
going.
too.
Yep. But once you started with the little mushroom, I was like, she's gonna hang up, and she kept going, and I was like, oh my God, I'm dying.
Chat, I am so sorry. I'm I'm not sorry
They were
because
loving that. That was hysterical. This has to be like, we're gonna have to clip this, and I'm gonna put it as a short
yeah,
because
you should.
yeah,
You should.
yep,
I would have.
yep.
Now back to what we were originally here for is right
Oh
here.
yeah.
Now I'm gonna play
Um.
this clip.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Here we go. Add to stage.
Ready?
There. Okay. Can you guys see it big? One
Oops,
second.
my bad. Is there any volume on this? Oh, I gotta mute it. Oh, wait a minute. I want the copyrights.
It's my video, so it's not
Oh, wait a minute. So
copyrighted.
yeah,
Oh,
never mind.
wait. Let me just. I got the layout wrong here. Oh, there we go. Look at this bubbly man walking.
I see him.
Right?
Yeah, right there.
Uh huh. He's right there,
Right there.
and that's why I call him the bubble man. So much love, Evie. Have fun with your sister. Um. So yeah. So this was one of, I think, my best catches. I mean, that guy was walking, just walking. I didn't even see him with my eyes, and I was facing there and looking at it, and that's why I left because I
Hold on.
didn't see it with my eyes.
Hold on one second. Hold on one second. I'll be right back. Um, give me one second.
You can take it down. Oh,
Because my daughter just came in and I want to meet her friend real quick. So
okay.
give me just 1 second here and I'll be right back. Let me stop this. And
Well, where to go? Oh, hello. I don't know how I made us so crazy in the layout now. What the heck is going on? Okay, there we go. Okay. Oh, thank you, Evie. Yeah, so that video was actually from, I went to Edgewood Preserve, which was the site of a psychiatric hospital and a military hospital for military people who had TD back in the day after World War One and Two. And they knocked them down, and then it was just a preserve. Well, behind that preserve is um, Pilgrim State, which some of it is still open. That's also a big, what they used to call an insane asylum. Um, so psychiatric center, we'll call it. And that was at the end of Pilgrim State when we were leaving, the last like work building. So yeah. Um, and that's just one thing I caught in Long Island, but that was, I think, one of the best because you could see it so clearly walking. It was unbelievable. Right, Lynn? Lynn, when he did the mushroom, I had to cover my face. Even though I had the mute on, I was dying. Dying. Right, Jason? That was crazy. So that's why one week I want to go over with him. I have like a greatest hits video, like two of them I did a long time ago with all of the things that I caught on video. So I want to go over it with you guys. But I don't think you can deny that one. I don't freaking even know. I didn't even catch, like, I didn't see it with my eyes. I didn't catch it until I was editing, and I'm like, what the heck is that? And then I was like, holy cow. So yeah, that was nuts. And then I went back on a live stream. After I went and edited that video, I went back there just to that area on a live stream, and I caught it again on the other side on live stream. So yeah, nuts. And again, I didn't notice it because it was just sitting there looking at me. It was on the other side, right across, because it's just like a little U, that place where it was. Crazy. I don't know how you do it. Do what? Go after spirits or put up with Eddie? Which one? Yeah, but I used to go all over Long Island, and I caught the craziest crazy stuff. And I'm glad at most points I did not see any of this with my eyes, except some orbs sometimes where I'm like, oh, I think that's an orb. But until you see it on video, because some of this stuff moves so fast, you cannot see it with your eyes. Not laugh when Eddie is there. I know. You know what it is? Eddie and I have been friends for like, oh gosh, we've been knowing each other on YouTube for a good 10 years now. So I'm used to him.
Okay. I am so sorry.
That's
I am
okay.
back. I am back.
Mhm. I sent you one more of the white lady sighting.
Okay, I got it right here. Why gotta be a white lady? Why couldn't it be a black lady? No,
That's
I'm
what they
joking.
call her, the white lady.
I'm joking. We see enough black ladies already. Because she ain't paranormal enough. That's why.
John. Cool.
Here we go.
Here
You
we go.
ready?
Okay. Don't press play yet because I gotta add it to the stage and I want to make it so it's full screen there. Okay, there we go.
Okay,
Go
ready?
ahead. Ready. Oop, I play it a few times. Slower and slower. I don't know, guys. Oh. And I saw that. This is the only one I actually saw with my eyes. I was like, what the hell? And I was so hoping I caught it on camera. So yeah, that's what it is. That was the white lady came to visit me.
That's crazy.
And yeah, let's go back to where we were. Okay. Yes. And then so because I went to where they said her house, where the plantation was, where there's now all these houses. And I
Right.
went to her block and I told the history while I was walking up and down. And I put on the spirit box a little bit and it said for me to wait. And I was like, I really can't wait because there's people here. So I'm going to just turn off the spirit box, but we're going to walk really slow. Or I said something to that effect.
Everybody
So
that's
I turned
wondering,
off the
that's
spirit box.
my daughter Des.
Hi, Desi. And I turned off the spirit box and we stopped to look at this house. And as I turned around, that's when it passed me. And I was like, whoa, wait, what the hell was that? Yeah, so that was the white lady. So, and there, I couldn't, you knew the way I turned, it wasn't the light or anything. There was no cars passing or whatever. And you saw it had arms. Like I was like, holy cow. So
Mm-hmm.
that to me was a cool catch too. Yeah. So
Wow. This was an interesting night.
yeah, we learned about cryptids. We learned how Eddie takes his voting
I sure do. I love taking talking to these people.
surveys, voting surveys.
Yep. Lady was actually laughing. I heard her. Because especially I kept mentioning about Donald Trump's penis.
Yeah, yeah,
She
yeah.
she kept
About
laughing.
his little mushroom.
Right.
And I don't know how she didn't hang up on you then and be like, sir, or
Right.
ma'am.
That's why she at first she was like, okay, I think that's all we got for right now. Because she was at the same time going,
That's what she started to say. I can't hear you. I'm gonna have to call you back.
but I have fun. I hope you guys have fun too, and I hope you guys learn something tonight also.
Yeah, I like this, and those were only supposedly 15 of the most popular cryptids. There
Right.
is folklore legends from every single state. I even like, you know, we'd have to go over all of that. We'd need to make this like a 7-part thing. or
Yeah.
something.
Yes. And you're right too. Because
I
every
could
you're
pick the
right
most
though.
like popular ones out of those, but
Mhm.
yeah,
But I
like
think
because I
you
picked,
said something that's true though. I think each state, 50, all 50 states, there's
Mhm.
a urban legend.
Yep.
And so
Uh,
I think we should cover
yeah,
those.
yeah, and except for like I said, New York, they have the white lady one. I could just play my video. She's not here anymore, so there's no more. And then except for the fact that in Long Island, I saw that creature. So that's the Long Island cryptid, the same as the Montauk monster. So I guess yeah, those are like,
Right.
but
Somebody said you should play that on Suffocates. What's Suffocates? Oh, wait a minute.
suffragettes.
Isn't that Benny Loco?
Benny and Diane has a show called the 21st Century Suffragettes where they go over politics. And there was this, they just did a short where this lady was throwing dildos at the ICE officers. And she said, little, what did she say in the video? Oh my gosh, little pricks for the little dicks or something. I don't know what it was so funny. And yeah, no, they would love that. I gotta do a little short and then I'll send it to them. Yeah, she would laugh her ass off.
Yeah, and also direct them to the video I did called Same Sky, Same Pain. Did you ever see that video?
Is that the one you put up today?
Uh, no, I put it
No,
up
it's the
yesterday.
song that you put the other day. I think I
The one I
commented
put
on
the
it.
other day was called Superhero. That one is
Oh, okay. So no,
it's a
then I did.
tribute to yeah, because that one's a tribute to special needs. Um,
Oh, I saw the special needs, but then I thought I saw one after that one.
it's called Same Sky, Same Pain. It's
Mm.
going on in this world today, and it leads into I call it yesterday. In other words, it goes
Oh,
present to the past.
yeah, I saw it. I'm sure I left a comment, didn't I? Yeah, I left a comment
Yes, you
first.
sure
I
did.
was the first
Yeah,
one to
that's and
view
I
that.
answered it too. I said yes, you was.
Yes, I was first, and I definitely saw that. I was like, wait, I know I saw both songs.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's lovely. Actually, like I said, I did put in the description the link for Eddie, but just in case, let me throw it in there um now. Um
Yeah, if y'all
again.
don't want to subscribe to me, you don't have to. But go by and check out those two videos. At least check those out. Hit the like buttons. But tell me in the comments what you think also. Watch both
Yeah.
videos, Superhero and Same Song, Same Pain.
Mhm.
Just watch
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I'm going to have to download this and make it a short. So we were here 3 hours, and I thank you so much for joining me on such short notice and
Oh, you're
coming out
welcome.
and doing cryptid lore, believe it or not.
Hey,
Cryptid lore with me.
you are my favorite, and I can never tell you no, never. As for much that you've done for me, I'm gonna return the favor to you.
Yeah, and
So,
and we love you too. I love Eddie and Jen and the boys, and we always make videos about each other. So I've made like a Friday night scary story. I've done
yes.
all sorts of shout outs. They're
Mm-hmm.
in a song that I wrote. Like I
Yeah.
I wrote a thank you song to my subscribers, and their name is in it. Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
just like I said, and I thank you guys in the chat for being here. I really do appreciate it. And for Christina, anytime you need me, just like what's his name said, what was his name? He did the song James Taylor. Just like James Taylor said, winter, spring, summer, or fall.
yeah.
All you got to do is call, and I'll be there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got a friend.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for subscribing to Eddie Lynn. You'll like it there. He has
Thank
great
you.
videos.
Yay, Lynn. Thank you so much for subscribing. We will not forget you, and you won't be disappointed. At least I hope not.
No. Um, and when we do like more in-depth cryptid things, I actually paid for StreamYards for a year
Did
because I
you?
got a deal. I got a deal, and if you paid the year, it was way cheaper than if you paid monthly.
Mm-hmm.
So I gave in and I just did the year with the coupon. And so you could actually we could do that, and you can, if you go to the like settings here,
Mm-hmm.
you can actually like stream to your channel, and it will be dual on both. So that would be
Oh,
cool
really?
too. Yeah.
That will be cool.
Yeah, so then you can get a extra like video on yours too. So yeah.
You guys are wonderful. We love you guys. Thank you so much. Uh, did I say your name right? Petraz?
Petrazi. Her
Petrazi?
name's Erica, but Petrazi, yeah.
Thank you, Petrazi, for being a subscriber. We love you. We love
Mhm.
you.
Yes. Alrighty. So we are gonna get the heck out of here. I'm gonna see you guys hopefully Saturday with Danny if he's feeling well.
Yes.
Danny and I will do something fun on Saturday, and I'll definitely see
Mhm.
you at the suffragettes. Um, Before that, well, I should say right before that, the suffragettes are on. We'll go right after the suffragettes. Um, oh, thanks, Petrazi. Hey, Randy. Um, you missed a good one. We talked all about cryptids tonight. It was really good.
Yep. And,
Um,
and even had a prank call come in.
yeah, we did. We did. Eddie did a spoof call. It was really fun. So
Yes, it was.
yeah, thank you guys so much. 16 of you for hanging out with us. God bless you all.
Thank
And
you.
I am going to put the outro on because sure, why not?
Because we're outro.
Yeah, because that's how we do it. All right. Eddie, thank you again so much.
Oh, you are welcome. Always welcome. Whenever you need me, just let me know.
I give you a thumbs up too, Christina.
Thank you, Tony. Have a great
An abandoned house on the hill stands tall. A little boy and girl run laughing down the halls. Shadows dance on the paint-peeled walls. A cat curled on the stairs. A dog chases a bouncing ball. And in the corner lingers a husband and wife. The two wolves, silver-eyed, full of life. Play on, in the broken window glow, where the cardinals sing and the black crows call. Every room has Tentacles come alive, a baby octopus drifts, and anglerfish dive. Cobwebs crown the kitchen, the cupboards are lined with dust. Ants march on the counter where the coffee brews for us. Play on, play on, in a broken window glow, where the cardinals sing, and the black clouds call. Every room has treasures behind its glow. Play on, play on, there's so much to explore. The wolves begin howling, the cat stares into the air, the dog barks without a care. It makes you wonder who lives there. The children's laughter lingers as they make shadows on the walls with their fingers, and everything that moves with them shimmers. Forest Victorian home, it's not made of stone, but of memories and rust. The children, animals, and beasts, just remnants, never disturbing the dust. The coffee brews forever, the birds take endless flight. All spirits in the Victorian house on the hill still play throughout the night. Play on, in the haunted halls. Don't go in, you will get such a fright.